From downtown, this is Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam, and you're listening to NintenDomain Podcast. Boom shakalaka!
This week on NintenDomain, I've got impressions for Persona 3 Reload, Metal SchoolGirl, and there was a Kirby Direct in between episodes.
What can I see? I see a pit. I throw my balls in it.
I had to get it. It's too cool.
Welcome to NintenDomain Podcast, episode 495. Your place here, Nintendo fans, talk about new games and directs and Legos, maybe, other things like that. And we are your hosts. I'm Trey. Oops, I bought a roguelite. Johnson.
I'm Jeremy. Got the cherry. Mikowski.
I'm John, Lego FOMO Knitter.
Lego FOMO. Yeah, let's start off the shows we normally do and talk about games we've got and games that we've been playing. You got a Lego thing that came out.
Did.
Pretty new, right? Like, how long is it? Hasn't it only been out for like a week, maybe? What we're talking about is the Lego Gameboy, right?
Yeah, I think it's been a week or so. I don't remember the exact day, but I saw it last week at Target, and at that time, I was just like, I was in the middle of doing something else and just saw it in the aisle, and it's like, not right now. But it's just stuck in my mind. It was like, if I don't get it now, like, Black Friday's coming up, and I'd heard that they discontinued the NES, like, and I always had in my mind like, oh, maybe someday I'll get that one. That one's been discontinued, so you can't get that anymore unless you want to pay $500 on eBay.
No.
So what happened was I went grocery shopping and at Costco, and I happened to get there too early, and then the Target's right next door. So I was like, oh, I slow stepped my way over there, convinced myself to get the Lego. It's like, oh, I got to kill an hour, so I might as well go to Target, see what they got there. Oh, might as well like see the Nintendo aisle, and then before you know it, I picked it up, and so I got it, and it's awesome.
So they have it in the like video game aisle. It's not like with the other Legos, like in the regular toy aisle.
Last week they had its own stand in the center aisle, like as you're walking past the toys, and then toys are on your right, the Nintendo section's on your left, but it was right in the middle, like in its own stand. This time I went there, and it wasn't anywhere, not in the Nintendo section. It wasn't over in the Legos, but I looked on the Target app, and it said there was some in stock at the store. So I ended up flagging down an associate. Hey, says you got some in the store. Can you have a look for me? And she had to go to the back. And as she went to the back, maybe like a minute later, I heard another guy walking down, wearing the red shirt and everything, and saying something about a Nintendo pallet that just came in. And so she ended up finding it. I assumed that I just happened to walk in like at like the moment that they got the Nintendo pallet with the Legos on there. So I think I kind of lucked out. That whole stand that was there last week is totally gone, torn down, not there anymore. So that's kind of a hot thing.
We ended up, as I said last week, my niece had a wedding over the weekend, and my nephew came and stayed with us for a night. And he really wanted to go shopping for shoes. He wanted to buy new shoes. So we went to the mall. I went to the mall on Saturday, the Orland Park Mall, on the way to the wedding, and they have a Legoland there, and we went there, and he bought the same thing that you did there, and there were a lot of them. Like, they didn't seem like in small supply. Like we saw a bunch of them,
Oh, that's good.
There at the mall. But yeah, it was interesting. I haven't been in the mall for a while. There were some weird shops that I'd never seen before. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun to go around and look at different stuff. And I didn't buy anything because I just bought a computer. But but I saw it. I saw the Lego Gameboy thing. And I mentioned to him that somebody had made like a a way to play games on it. But I found that article, and I think you have it in here too. It's like a Kickstarter, right? They haven't quite gotten that going yet. Like, it doesn't exist yet.
It's a Kickstarter, just launched like maybe 2 days ago, and
Yeah.
it's already funded.
Oh, sure.
Like 180% or something ridiculous. Like they blew through the goals and all that. So I mean, I'm certainly considering getting one. There's different levels ranging from 120 to 180, and the difference being, I think one uses double A's and the other has its own rechargeable battery, and then the best version you can plug it into the wall, so you can leave it like on this display if you want. So I'm thinking about getting that, but for right now I'm enjoying this guy. This is like, I don't know.
You bought a Game Boy?
I bought a brand new Game Boy. No.
That looks so much like
it does.
Why does your Game Boy look like it's gonna fall apart into little cubes if you drop it?
So,
like what's going on with that?
I have the real deal for comparison.
Oh, there it is.
That's awesome.
So
it's just like, it's near 1-to-1. It's not exactly 1-to-1. There's little differences.
It looks like a little wider and a little shorter, like at least from what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
right?
it's a hair.
It's almost like between that a Game Boy Pocket and a full size Game Boy.
So if I put it like this, you can I'm kind of trying to level it out.
Yeah, it's like a tiny, maybe
a little bit shorter,
maybe a millimeter shorter than the regular one.
Pretty much just as wide. I think it's the same width. But then there's some small differences, like on the real Game Boy, there's a sharp angle on the left, relatively sharp, but it's smooth.
Yeah.
Over here, it's rounded over here.
It's kind of got like an asymmetrical look to it, the original one.
Yeah. But I don't think they could have done much better, honestly. Like, all the buttons work, the dials work. Like, the D-pad rocks on the center pretty well. It is a little mushy, but
I wonder how the game thing would work in there, right? So you would somehow it would make like the Lego buttons like communicate with the whatever thing they're putting in there. Like I guess you would have to like wire it and put circuit boards in there or something like that. Like,
yeah, it'd be like those little piezo switches where they just like the little thingy touches the metal piece when you push the button down.
I saw something about 15 minutes before recording. It looks like a pretty simple little piece of kit there. So there's a big thing that sticks out the back. Like, you can't put the game in anymore. You got to stick where the game goes, and then obviously there's the screen that you got to install, but the wiring for the buttons doesn't look complicated at all. I got to show you this like the thing that gets me about this is the sense memory of like holding it and using it, pressing the buttons, and it just all feels like it feels the same as far as looks go. It's like 98% there, I would say, but the feel of like picking this thing up, holding it, and then like putting the game in, it's kind of a magic moment. I put so many Game Boy games in my Game Boy,
and it goes lower, right? So the top part can slide over it. I remember that being mentioned. Like it sits lower than the regular Game Boy game would sit.
Yeah,
in a Game Boy. Because because that one, where the slider is, it's like higher. So there's a good like 2 millimeters or whatever, like in from the top there, I'd say about.
Yeah,
I like how the serial numbers are the same like style with the G first and all that. Like, that's a good.
And there's even an Easter egg in the serial number. The serial number on this is G 1989-0421. Which is the release date.
Oh, and it comes with Super Mario Land and Link's Awakening, right?
And Link's Awakening.
There's no Tetris in there.
There's no Tetris in there.
Yeah, I found that kind of odd.
Yeah, maybe it was just because of the
licensing
or something.
They didn't want to pay a little extra. Honestly, though, if Tetris wanted to work out their own deal to put out a little cartridge and then a little lenticular screen, I would totally do that. Yep, for $15 or something,
Yeah, for like the small ones.
So here's the Zelda cartridge. One cool the thing about that, man, there's so many moments building this thing like that it just made me say wow, and like made me smile, and the Nintendo thing of surprise and delight, that's a phrase they like to say, like that was totally present through building this. One of the things is when you're building the Mario Land game, inside you see all the circuit boards and stuff like that. There's no battery. When you build the Zelda game, there's a battery in the Zelda game because obviously you could save on Link's Awakening. You couldn't save on Mario Land, but that's what a simple little detail.
Yeah,
The difference between these games, which are otherwise pretty much the same. This one's got a battery in it because you could save this game, and there were so many things like that. Just I don't know, just made me smile all throughout building it. And so inside this Game Boy, it's gray box, looks like a Game Boy. There's no reason to have, say, a speaker in here, but there's a little speaker in here. There's little like wires that you have to connect, plastic not wires, but there's like little red things that have like a red peg that are meant to look like a wire, and you have to like plug it in to make it feels like some version of hooking up a little circuit board. And when this thing is all said and done, you don't know the difference. You can't see all that stuff inside, but you remember, oh yeah, I was like a little engineer for a day, and I was. They
know their audience.
Board. It's so cool. I really liked it. It just makes me smile looking at it.
How long do you think it took to build? Did you kind of take your time with it?
I took my time with it. Yeah. I think total, I would say probably 4.5 or 5 hours. I know that's on the long end. I've heard other people say they did it in 2.5. I haven't built a full Lego set since I was a kid. I did the little, the monkey, the Sonic monkey that Jeremy got me.
Oh, right.
That was just a little figurine, but a real Lego set, I haven't done it since I was a kid. So, but I found it was really easy, simple. One, they give you this nice book, this nice manual, really lots of details in here. It explains everything very easily as you'd expect from Lego. But then there's also the app, which I'm sure every Lego person, in the last, 7 or 8 years probably knows this, but this is my first time using this app. The app was really easy to use. Everything was in 3D, so you could I
didn't use no app.
Oh, you didn't use the app?
Yeah, we didn't use an app either.
I probably had if I knew about it.
Jess and I built a few of those Lego things, but I never knew there was an app. No, we used the paper. We used the little, which was, I thought it was really fun building all the things we did. But yeah, we just used the book that it came with.
Yeah, so I used both. I had the book open and I had the app going. And the app was handy because everything's in 3D. Every step is in 3D, so you can touch it and rotate it and, see, just to double check. Oh, wait, what does it look from the underside? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to move this piece over, one peg. And, it did help me out of a few jams there. I thought it was really intuitive and made the experience of building it even more enjoyable. If you want to go classic and just use the manual was very easy to understand too. And the manual put some other stuff in here, like a little bit of history about Game Boy and everything. Not stuff that we didn't already know. It's pretty common knowledge, but it's still nice to see that they put the extra effort in. Very 1989 type graphics in the book and all that stuff. I don't know. It just made me realize, I think these two companies are pretty much simpatico in their design philosophies. Just like I was saying before, I felt surprised and delighted while building this Lego set. I don't know. They go together.
Does it make you want to build more Lego sets?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's just luckily there's just the very specific ones I want just aren't available. Like this is the only one actually that I care about at the moment.
And it's $60. I mean,
it's not expensive.
It hit on every count. I think just
price of a game
thing, and the fact that it is only $60. Hey, I got about 5 hours of building, and I'm gonna get many more, hours of having it sitting on my desk and admiring it, and giving a little spark of joy looking at it and that kind of thing. So $60, yeah, right on. And also just the fact that it, I don't know, I like when things they are like one product, but they look exactly like another product. Like, I don't know if there's I don't know, a tea kettle that, is shaped like an elephant and the trunk, is functional and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of cool to me. And the fact that this is a Lego set that just looks 98% like original Game Boy and feels like it, and the button clicks and all that stuff. I don't know. It's all spot on. I love it. So high recommend for this. This is really, really cool. Here's the screens if you want to see them.
You
Okay.
put it together in a couple days, right? Like we saw on Slack, I saw a bunch of pictures that you put up there. Oh, yeah, so here's screens that you can put that would show like Mario Land or
Mario jumping
or Link's Awakening, and they like you turn them and they change, they sort of animate like that,
Mhm.
like that sort of thing.
Yep, and it comes with little stands, so you can put the game on the stand here, and then it's got a stand for the Game Boy as well.
But you build the stands.
You build the stands. Yep,
You build everything.
you build everything. So yes, I'm excited to try another one. I think I got my eye on the Piranha Plant next. Maybe I'll pick that up. And I saw I saw the Mario and on the Yoshi. I think that's like 120. It's a little bit more expensive. That'd be cool. I really do wish I could get that NES though, even though that is so expensive now.
Oh yeah, that NES is fantastic.
Yeah, I'd like to get that sometime. Still,
They already took it off the market, is what you were saying
Yep,
earlier.
it's off the market. Yeah, check Lego's website. You can't buy it new anymore. So the highest of recommendations for the Lego Game Boy. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, it looked cool. I mean, I didn't see it get built or anything, but I saw my nephew buy it. I witnessed it being purchased, and he pulled out the games and said said what was in there. I don't know if he opened it or not in the car. I don't remember, but yeah, I was like, yeah, Legoland. And it was I was really surprised that there was no GameStop in the Orland Park Mall. Not at all. No video game stores in the mall.
Oh wow.
They must have other places to store their pop figures
Yep.
than GameStop. I mean, we went to FYE, and they had a bunch of them there.
Hmm.
A lot of Chainsaw Man stuff, also Chainsaw Man T-shirts and Dawn to Dawn and Delicious in Dungeon, some other stuff.
I did buy one other thing this week. It's not here yet, but I decided to cash in my platinum points and get one of those metal stands.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I got the Super Mario Brothers one.
So you had to pay shipping and handling then, because you still have to
Yeah,
pay.
$7.
You still have to pay like part for it, which I think is funny. It's like get this for free, but you still got to pay to get it there.
Yeah, and actually, I ended up paying a little bit more because for whatever reason, I couldn't be charged just $7, and I kept declining my card. I had money on the card and all that stuff. Like, I was like, oh, this is some kind of bug. So I just decided to try putting $10 onto the Nintendo account, which is the minimum amount that you can put on, and that worked. So I can still do that.
So they forced you to put money on your Nintendo account to get
so
it.
I got $3 hanging out on that card.
Weird.
Account. Yep.
It'll get you $3 off of Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection coming out in an hour and a half.
Minutes.
About something like that. Or yeah. I'm excited. I'm very excited for that one. I already got preloaded. But yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, I remember seeing those metal stands. They're basically they're about the size of like the NES cartridges, right? Like that's kind of what the deal is, or it's the size of like the case, like the box, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be 1-to-1 to the boxes. It's a metal replica of the NES boxes. So they had Mario 1, 2, and 3. I chose Mario 1.
I think I saw a Metroid 1 out there floating.
There's a new
around
Metroid
too.
1. Yeah, that actually came out this week. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't really looked into it, but I think I saw a post being like, here's the Metroid metal thing. And I was like, got enough Metroid stuff. Don't need that. Plus, I don't have enough platinum points because I spent them all on the new Halloween icons that are up now for Nintendo Switch Online. Actually, I didn't spend all my platinum points, but I did get all of the Halloween icons because they're cool. Because they look cool.
Well, that's it for me. Except for we do have these gifts.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's. I didn't put it in my notes because I almost forgot. But yeah, I still have this gift from Jeremy over here.
Gift.
If you want to do this,
Jeremy, you got my gift too, don't you?
I do. I opened it when I got it because I didn't realize what it was, and then I have part of it here, but I can't find one of the other. I put the other one somewhere, and I can't remember where it is.
I mean, it's the same, and you show. I mean, you talked about it before when you sent it, and we're opened mine as well, so it's not a big surprise what's in there. That's all I'm saying.
I can still show. I've got one of the things over here.
All right, are we opening?
Still show it for the patrons.
Sure, I'll go ahead and show this while you all are getting your opening started. But this is
It's the Twin Peaks Tweeds.
Tweeds Cafe magnet.
Yep.
That's from a couple weeks ago when I went to Seattle and actually went to the Twin Peaks Cafe and ate there. Had the pie and the coffee and everything.
Yeah, I got the Log Lady postcard
Yeah.
covering the wedding invitation for my niece's wedding.
I
Upstairs.
gave you guys both the same thing. Yep.
Yeah, I had that log lady, and that's the thing. I put that somewhere. I was worried about it getting bent, and I put it somewhere like in a book or something. And now I can't find it.
Get bent. I mean, don't get bent.
Don't get bent.
Yeah, you put it in a book you were planning on.
So when I do
reading.
find it, I'm going to put it. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Okay, should I? I opened mine.
So I was going to try to have Sean on, but Sean is working on her costume somewhere else.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, is she here?
She's not home. No.
Oh, okay. Well, is she
That's
okay?
okay,
Is she okay with us opening it without?
Yeah,
her?
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just going to have you
pulling
wait
out at
on
the same
one
time?
thing.
Is there a certain way we should do it, or?
I just put it all. It's just all like in a bag in there. So if you want to
Yeah.
open the bag and just reach in,
It's just one because there's another bag on the bottom. Is that part of it too?
the bag on the top is just like a cushion.
Oh, okay. I must. Yeah, I opened it upside down then because that was on the bottom. All right. I guess I'll go. Well, I mean, do we have like roughly the same thing, or no? Probably
Yeah.
not. Right.
It's
Nope.
similar enough. That's one of the reasons I wanted to have y'all both have them to open them.
Okay, so I got a flashlight, a squid, a Splatoon.
Yeah, that's from
head
a gotcha.
flashlight.
That's from a gotcha machine, in Shinjuku, and it's a projector. It's like projects an image.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there it is. I see it now. Well, it's hard to put
It's
in
a
my.
lot easier to see in like the pitch dark.
Yeah, it's like everything I have in here is kind of white, so it's hard to see it. But if I put it on my
It's a Splatoon
hand,
squid, is that right? Splatoon?
yes.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a little squiddling that picture of it.
If you look on the chain for it, there's like there's a little thing that says here. Yeah, there's a little thing that says Splatoon on it.
Thanks.
Right there, Splatoon 3. And
I got
there
that. I
is-
have a capsule machine.
It's a pretty big one. It's
Yeah.
a big one.
I think it was like 300 to 400 yen.
That's expensive. That's like $2. Yeah, it's like the squid. Looks like the squid boy with some guns and some ink around it. It's cool. Definitely don't have anything like this.
Are we alternating?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got one too, right?
I got you a capsule thing in there too. So you got to open the bag, and there's stuff in the bag.
Oh, okay. I got the big one. Oh,
I kind of just
Okay.
I started by. I mean, it doesn't matter. We could do it however.
all right. I'm going to dig into this one. I can't believe you got me this. This is fantastic. This is a Tingle game
Oh wow.
for DS.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
and
a,
Tingle's Rosie Rupee Land?
Oh damn.
no. So that's a Japanese Club Nintendo exclusive. It's
Oh,
Tingle's Balloon Fight.
Tingle's Balloon. Oh, that's right. I remember hearing about that one. Okay,
So
cool.
since you wrote a script about that movie, you've been working on it.
Oh, perfect.
About
Nice.
the balloon fight, yeah.
Let's have Tingle in there.
And
That's
also,
awesome.
DSs are
Region free, yeah.
region free, so you could play it.
Oh,
Yep.
Whereas-
yeah, cool.
Whereas 3DSs,
Or not.
as I learned from Japan, are not. Yeah, unfortunately, because I remember, the DSs you could play anything on them. So
This is
if
great.
you had a regular DS, you could play it.
And this is,
That-
I'm assuming this is sealed, but I'm assuming this is a used.
Oh, it's definitely used.
oh,
It's from
yeah,
Super
this is a used
Potato.
down there in English. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is awesome. Thank you.
Yep,
That's
Super
so cool. This is a display worthy game here. Thank you.
Well, since you went for the
I'm interested in seeing what it's like.
Yeah, I gotta give this a try for sure.
big one, I guess I got to go for the big one now, right?
Go for the big one. Yep.
All right. I mean, I think I have an idea what it is. Well, I don't know what it is, but it's a Super Famicom game. Looks like it's Fire Emblem.
Yep.
Do you know which one it is?
Nope. I
I
just
mean,
know it's,
It would
it
be
didn't come out here.
it's the Fire Emblem on Super Famicom. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if my TV works.
I believe I got that at Super Potato as well.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. It's all in Japanese. I was like, it probably says it on it, but no, it's in Japanese. Yeah, no, it's got a character on there with blue hair, and yeah, I'm curious which one it is.
It's Marth, right?
It'd be cool if it was genealogy of the Holy War. It does look like Marth with the blue hair, is what I would guess, right? Because Roy has red hair. But yeah, no, definitely Fire Emblem on Super Famicom.
I didn't think you had that one yet. So
I don't have any Fire Emblem games on Super Famicom, so
Give it the old Google Translate
all
on your
right.
phone. Let's see what game it is.
oh yeah, I can do that. Hold on,
So you might also be able to
real
Play
time,
it
real time
Google
translate.
Translate.
Oh, I mean, I could try it. Yeah, some
It wouldn't be very fun. But you could.
yeah for like
While you're
well
doing
like
that,
for Super Nintendo games, it's kind of harder because of the because it's some of
The
because of
pixelated font.
yeah, the pixelated the font might mess it up, but
Hiragana or whatever.
oh yes, it says Super Nintendo Fire Emblem. that's what it tells me.
perfect. Thanks, Google.
Super NES Fire Emblem. That's all it says. Well, I guess like there's a couple different like some of this it might have a hard time reading. Like what's on the sword? That's what it needs to read. What's like under the Fire Emblem?
Yeah, I'm not sure how many were on Super Famicom. There's at least one or two on the regular Famicom.
It says Ear Emblem. Ear
Oh,
Emblem.
that's
figure
right.
that out.
Your emblem.
I'm gonna talk about this. I got
Go
a
for it.
purple question mark watch.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
kind of a watch. It's more just like a rave bracelet.
A rave. Okay,
Yeah, it literally just has a light on
it
it.
glows or something.
And I don't think it's gonna fit you because I can't. It doesn't.
Probably
fit
not.
me.
I can put it on something.
It's like more of a ring, but yeah, you
Here.
can put it on.
I can put it
Mario
on
or
two
something.
fingers. There we go. I'll do the. Oh, I can be. What's that move that Doctor Strange does? That's what it looks like. You put it on
I
two
did.
fingers.
I got that
Open portals.
at this Tokyo Sky Tower at the Sanrio store where they had some gotcha machines there.
See, how
Or
do
it
I
was
make-
it was near the Sanrio store.
Wire Emblem.
There we go.
I can't get it to read. There's like writing on the sword, but I can't get it to read it because it's too dark. But all I've found, yeah, I translated the price tag and it says, I mean, surprise, surprise, it says Super Nintendo Fire Emblem. So that's all I've gotten out of it. But we'll find out.
So it glows and it changes colors. Very nice.
Nice. Now I think one of these things, I think I know what it is because I have one. Because I have one too. And this has to be Square Enix Cafe.
So if you wanted to, just for Shauna's sake, wait to open that, because we have some of those too. And what she wanted to do, what she thought was going to be fun, was if we all opened those together. Which I don't think it's going to be that exciting, but it's still kind of a fun thing to do. So we'll save those little red guys for.
So John has one too.
Yes.
I got one too. I'll save it.
I also got some money. I take
Yeah.
it this
I got
is
some yen.
this is Thailand money.
Yeah, that's bought. That's 20 baht, so that's probably about. It's not quite $1.
Because I do have I still have my 1,000 yen bill from Japan right over here next to the recorder.
In
But-
Thailand, all the bills look the same. It's almost like Monopoly money. Like they're different colors and they're slightly different sizes, but otherwise they look almost exactly the same.
But they all got the same guy, right? They all got this
Yeah, the
this,
same-
this
the
chap,
same
this
portrait
chap
on
up
it.
front here. I can't say you never gave me any money because here it is. Some,
Yeah, that's
Some
bought.
Thailand money.
Proof that I was in Thailand.
yeah,
Nice.
you're such a bot.
Pretty much.
We got some coins too.
Yeah, I got some coinage
Got
here.
a Taito
also.
token.
That's the ones that I was picking up off the floor, and Sean had to tell me to stop doing it.
Is that
because-
what the gold and silver one is here?
No, that's a Thai coin as well.
I think
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. I thought that was a legit. Oh, this is yen. This is 50
Yeah, there's some
yen.
yen
I've seen
as
that
well.
before.
So the Taito coin has a guy on the back.
Yeah.
Is that Mr. Taito?
Yeah, I don't know who that dude is.
Looks kind of serious.
Let's say, is it like?
Funny because it says for your amusement only, but then the guy looks like kind of serious, like he's not having any fun.
For,
Right, he
it
doesn't
says
lie,
it says
but-
for amusement expert. So this guy is the expert of amusement.
Yeah,
dude on
he's so
here.
amused that you can't even tell.
He kind of looks like a white guy too. He doesn't look like a Japanese guy. He kind of looks like an American. I don't
It's
know.
Mr. Tato. Yeah, that
It's
was
just hard to tell.
that was the coins when I was playing the Dragon Quest. It was a Dragon Quest themed game where it was like a coin, like one of those things where the coins get raked at you and you like
Oh yeah,
drop.
yeah.
And yeah, those are some coins from that. And when Shauna finally convinced me to stop playing that game because I was never going to actually win anything because there are no prizes.
It's just a high score.
It's just a high score.
And all these are bots because they all have the same face on them, right? The one with the gold in the middle and the.
Yeah, I gave you guys a couple of Thai coins and then some yen as well.
Nice.
I was sort of saving up all my coins in Thailand because you hardly ever I don't know, Thailand you just don't use coins.
Just got to use them for the toilet, as you said on our
Right.
Patreon episode, patreon.com.
And then you
/NintendoMain
basically just
podcast.
have right, and it's like 10 baht to use a toilet. So
Or-
Shauna at one point was just putting yen in there. It was
Yeah,
so
or
fun.
yen, because I guess nobody looks.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah. I will. So
Yeah.
do you have a coaster too, John?
Coaster, the red thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we all have
I
one.
do.
So we'll just
Yep.
save that.
We'll
for
open
later.
those red ones later. But they're really, the coolest part. Sorry, Shauna, but the coolest gifts are the ones that you already looked at.
Oh. I mean, I do like that you that I didn't bring you any coasters from the Square Enix store. I have two.
Yeah, but-
I have two of them.
You brought some cool stuff back for us. So.
The guy's name was Kendrick, by the way, the one that I could not remember.
Kendrick Lamar.
No, not him. The guy from Dragon Quest 11.
Oh,
The guy who's like a soldier that's bad and then he turns good. His name's Kendrick. I was trying to remember his name when we recorded the episode and I couldn't. And I looked.
I don't remember
after.
Kendrick.
He's got a lot of story in the second half, like after the first
Oh, okay.
after the first credits. But you use him for a good amount of time. Like he was.
I mean, it's been like, what, 29? I think it came out in 2019, so 6
Yeah.
years since I played it.
I mean, he was like one of my most powerful characters because I figured out like he had a move that like did really, really high damage in the game. And once you figure out that one and you start like boosting it, the game stops being hard. And it's, I think that's what his name was. And this is showing me a different Kendrick now. Or maybe there's a few of them.
Kendrick Lamar.
Hold on. Now I want to know this stupid idiot's name. So I can make it sound like I know who he is. Hendrick. Not Kendrick. His name is Hendrick with an H. And he has purple hair.
Hendrick, I do remember.
Hendrick, not Kendrick. There is a Kendrick in Dragon Quest, but not from Dragon Quest 11. Yeah, he's the knight of Heliodor. But yeah, he's against you, but then he becomes part of the party. And there's a lot of extra story stuff with him in the second half of the game. After you beat the part, yeah. If you make it to second credits, you'll see a lot of extra like lore or whatever for Hendrick, which I remember that. But yeah, I liked him. He was cool, and he was very powerful. Cool. All right, we opened those things, so that's.
I'm sure it was a thrill for the audio listeners.
I tried to describe everything as it came out. There's some audio description in there, but yeah, go to the Patreon. You can watch the video of it and all that stuff. But I guess I could let's talk about some of my stuff. Like I said, my nephew was here over the weekend, and I was very happy that he didn't think we were like not cool because he's like 17, and I'm like, man, I was a jerk when I was 17, so I was afraid he was just going to be like, oh, you're too old. I don't want to hang out with you. But no, he did. He did want to hang out with me, and we stayed up till he made sure and told everybody that we stayed up till 2:30 in the morning playing Pokemon Legends ZA.
Oh,
But because I have two TVs in the basement, which I've mentioned a million times on the show, I made sure that I hooked it up to where we could play two separate Switch 2s on each TV. So we played the game at the same time, but differently, and we traded a bunch of Pokemon. Because as I had mentioned last week, there's some of them you still have to trade to upgrade to
okay.
To evolve. So we did that. I got my Alakazam, one of my favorite Pokemon, the Psychic Pokemon Alakazam, which in the original Pokemon game, Psychic types were like one of the strongest types there were. So that's why I always liked Alakazam, because I would just blow through guys with that guy. And so I got that. I got Alakazam, and I also got the Alakazam Stone. It's called like Alakazamite or something like that, which allows you to do Mega Evolutions. which Mega Evolutions are awesome. I mean, well, they had used them before in X and Y probably, but they're back, and I don't think you could ever Mega Evolve Alakazam. But Alakazam, he's a psychic Pokemon, so he has spoons that he bends when he does his moves with his mind. They bend over. But when you become the ultimate Mega Evolved Alakazam, you have like 20 spoons floating above your head, which is really cool. And so you're floating around like, in a meditation position, like with your legs crossed and your hands out, and you have like this halo of spoons above your head. And I think that's really cool. Like, I really like the design. That's probably my favorite Mega Evolved Pokemon that I've seen so far. But yeah, we did that one. We like traded the Gengars, or our Haunters, to get Gengars. And he did some other stuff for me. He's like, oh, I got this one, and you need this item, but I'll trade you the one with the item, and then I'll give you one. We'll switch it back. Like, he did all this stuff that I didn't know how to do, and he's like, I'll get you all these extra ones. And we did a bunch of that, and we both played like single player, together, and it was fun. It was a good time. And he started playing online competitively and beat some people, and yeah, it's a cool game. I've gotten farther into it, and I'll tell you that Pokemon is harder now. Pokemon Legends ZA is a hard-ass game because I've gotten killed a bunch of times. The main reason is when you go into some of the higher level, like, wild areas, everyone will attack you at once. Like, you'll get attacked by like 20 Pokemon at the same time. And that sucks because you can only focus on one at a time, and they just destroy you. And there's the alphas too, which will be like 10, 15 levels ahead of you, which will just totally roast you. So it's like, a lot of times I'm just like, I think I mentioned it last week, but even more so now, I'm like, I'm not strong enough to be here. I need to get the fuck out of here like now, and I'll like zoom out of it, like, run my ass out of there and try to not get killed. But that's a major thing I've noticed is real difficult in this one. It's the fact that, it doesn't matter how many, there's not like a limit to how many Pokemon can fight you at once, because it's not turn-based anymore. So they can just all run upon you and just start throwing shit at you. And you can only focus at one attack at one at the time. And you also got to dodge yourself in there as the trainer, and you can get your ass beat. And I played some of the rogue Mega Evolved ones, which is part of the story, but there's Pokemon that can Mega Evolve themselves, and they become these big giant monsters that you fight on top of rooftops. And those are pretty hard too, because you have to Mega Evolve your own Pokemon too, and it's just like you just got to keep wearing them down, like get the meter down, and it takes a while, and you still you can heal, but not like you can only do like one for a certain amount of time, and then you got to wait, and then you can do it again. Like there's a whatever, there's like a waiting time for that too. But yeah, it was really, and we're right about at the same spot in the game. I know last week I said that you'd have to fight every single letter of the alphabet. I found out that was not true. That was kind of a disappointment. I was at letter V, and after V you jump to F. You like jump through all of them straight to F. So I was like, oh man, I wanted to do every single one of those letters.
Well, that's definitely like No More Heroes then.
Yeah, I was saying No More Heroes did that too. Yeah, where it skipped numbers, and I felt like I didn't get the. I was like, oh man, that's cheap. You're not giving me my money's worth here. You're taking these numbers. Yeah, I remember being mad about that because especially No More Heroes 1 isn't that long, and I was trying to get as much time out of it as I could. And when you're skipping some of the numbers, I'm like, well, that's unfair. But yeah, no, I'm letter F now, and I've mostly been doing the rogue Pokemon. But yeah, I got the Mega Evolution of Emboar, so I got my Pignite is fully evolved to the Emboar, and the Emboar evolution's pretty cool too. You're like this fire priest, and you have like this big like fire staff that you carry around, and this big like flowy fire robe, which is pretty cool. Like I like the new designs for the characters. Like I got the Mega Evolution for Gyarados, which just makes Gyarados just look like a big, like it's already like this water dragon, but now it's like a bigger, like more dragon-like water dragon thing. So I've been using that a lot because that's like my most powerful water type. I got the Slowbro Mega Evolution Stone, and I caught a Slowbro, and the Slowbro always had like this, it evolved from the Slowpoke, and if you remember from the Pokemon Snap game, it puts its tail in the water, and the tail gets bit by this shell creature, and the shell creature becomes part of it. Well, now you like wear the whole shell, like the shell like goes all the way up to your neck, and you like stick your head out, and it's cute. It's just like the shell has eaten more of the Slowbro or whatever. It's been consumed more in its Mega Evolution and all that, and it just gives it like another level for the characters. Oh yeah, and I actually got some shinies too. Like if you remember in Pokemon Legends Arceus, it was kind of easier to get shinies than it was in the regular Pokemon, and it is kind of like that too. I think my nephew Wyeth, he traded me one too. He gave me one of his shinies, and I found a couple. Like when I was going to get the Slowbro, it was a shiny one, like right there, like right past the gate. I was like, oh, there it is. And there's side missions too, where it's like go get a shiny for me, and you have to go to like a specific rooftop that's hard to get to, and then when you get there, you get the shiny and all that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to play. To play it 2-player but single player. I think he was impressed that I had 2 TVs going in tandem. And I mentioned that Jeremy and I played Super Smash Brothers, or no, not that one. Super Mario Sunshine like that with the 2 TVs at different times. I mean, that was a highlight of that time because who was doing that in the early 2000s? I had never done it before. But I was like, I got these 2 TVs so I can watch TV and play games. And he's like, I do that too. I don't know if he has 2 TVs, but yeah, no, I thought he had a good time. We went and had hibachi before,
Nice.
So we got hibachi, and then we just hung out. Oh yeah, and we played Mario Party. We played a full 30 round Mario Party also with Jess, and that was fun too to play. I like me, I like playing them long Mario parties. But we had a good time. We would both put about 20 hours into it total, so we were around the same spot. But he knew a lot more. He knew a lot more about it than I did, which is always nice. He'll be like, "Oh no, get this or get this one," and we'll switch them out, and he had done like none of the side missions, and I had done all the side missions. So we were the opposite of each other playing. He wanted to go for the straight main story, and I'm like, "No, dude, you got to do all the side missions. Those are the fun things." And I did one. He's like, "Oh wait, you got that guy?" I was like, "Yeah, they give you free Pokemon if you do the side missions. You got to go do those, dude. Like, what are you doing, man?" But yeah, no, it was a good time. I saw that Pokemon Legends ZA they sold some pretty decent amount, 5.8 million on the first week. I actually bought 2 copies of it, so I'm part of the problem there. No,
you bought 2 copies. Oh, that's right.
I did buy 2 copies because I bought a copy for the bride for the wedding, and that was my wedding present to my niece was Pokemon Legends ZA. So, and I got her husband something too, but whatever. The Pokemon Legends ZA was cooler. I mean, I got him a PlayStation Network card, but she got the cool gift. I mean, I got like the same amount of money, but yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I got 2 copies of it. So I got her the Switch 1 version because she doesn't have Switch 2. But if she got it, but I was like, if you get a Switch 2, it's only a $10 upgrade. You can do it right there. But she played the crap out of Arceus. I know she put like almost 300 hours into that game. So,
jeez.
Not to mention kids growing up with the Pokemon. Like she's a big fan of Pokemon. She's the one who told me that the first video game she remembers ever seeing was Pokemon Snap. Was me playing Pokemon Snap on 64. So it's
wow.
It's kind of a Pokemon's
Full
like
circle.
Got a special.
And now snapshots are being taken at her wedding.
Yeah, and same with my nephew Wyeth. Like he grew up on Pokemon, and I was trying to tell him, like first time I played Pokemon was like I was your age, when I was like 17, was like when I first started getting into the original Game Boy game and all that, And look how far we've come. But yeah, it's still fun. Oh yeah, and I get to see some Mario Galaxy too because he has it. So he showed it to me. He's like, oh here, and it does look nice. Like it does, it does pop like the. Like the textures and all that. And even though we weren't playing it on a 4K TV, it still looked like really, really nice, like on a 1080 HD TV or whatever. And he talked about how the controls still don't work that great, or it's not ideal, And I asked him, I was like, you did you ever play Mario Galaxy 2? And he's like, oh yeah, Mario Galaxy 2 is like one of my favorite games ever. So I was like, oh, well, you probably played it on Wii when you were younger. And he's like, oh, and I played on an emulator also on my computer. He was telling me about all these glitches and stuff that you can do for speed running, but it's like not in the game anymore. Or it's not in this version, the new version, they took them out. He's like, well, you used to be able to do this here, but you can't do that anymore. And you did this and whatever. And
Wow.
So he knew a lot of shit about Mario Galaxy 2.
Let's see, it came out in 2010, so it would have been something for him to play when he was really young.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know if he played it like right when it came out, but he probably played it. Probably played it later. you know.
Just like a formative Mario game, I mean, as far as
Well, his older brother. So like so my sister already had a kid when she got married to his dad, and he already had 2 kids. But his 2 kids, they're like, one of them is really into Nintendo also, so there was already, they probably had plenty to play. And they have like a game room in their house with like all the systems hooked up and all that, like,
nice,
like we do and all that stuff. So
that's the life.
it is. But I'm sure what everybody really wants to know is, what is Full Metal Schoolgirl like?
Yeah, what is
that
it?
weird game that I talked about last week? So that's when I said in my nickname earlier, oops, I bought a roguelite. Is it roguelite or roguelike? I really don't know the difference between the two of them.
I think people use them interchangeably now.
Well, roguelike.
Obviously, Jeremy probably knows.
So, from my understanding, a roguelike, you never make any progress when you lose, other than whatever you learn. A roguelite, you carry something to the next playthrough, whether that be, no matter how minuscule, if you're at an advantage in future playthroughs because of like stuff the game carries over, then it's a roguelite.
Okay. Well, then this would be a roguelite, is what I would consider it. It's right when I booted up the game, I saw Ukes on there. If anybody knows, Ukes was the company that developed the AEW Fight Forever game that I put a good 300 hours into. So yeah, Ukes, that's what they're doing now that they're not doing AEW Fight Forever 2. They did Full Metal Schoolgirl. No, it's really silly. Like, it's basically like it feels like an old PlayStation 2 game, which I kind of like that about it. It's like a weird anime game. You get at the beginning, you get to pick one or 2 characters. There's like a dark-haired girl and a blonde girl. I picked the blonde one because she had the weapons that I liked, but I didn't realize that you could change your weapons whenever you wanted. So, but you're kind of stuck with that one. So I think eventually you'll fight the other one when you get to the end of it. But yeah, you're in like Tokyo 2087 or something like that. It's in the way future. Corporations have completely taken over everything, and this like the biggest corporation ever.
You said the way future, right?
What?
You said the way future, didn't you?
Yeah, in the way future, way in the future.
I got you.
Yeah, 2087. That's we won't live that long, but I mean that's that's when it is. But yeah, the corporations have taken over everything. People have to work 24 hours a day. They're the working dead is what they call them. They're basically zombies, but they're like robot zombies. And you start at the bottom of this skyscraper, and you need to go from level 1 to 100. And once you get to 100, you can fight the head of this corporation and kill them and destroy capitalism or something like that. I don't know. But the idea is you're also getting filmed. You're also live streaming this event while you're going through all of these drones and whatnot. And the fun thing is like you'll go down a hallway, you'll kill like some of these working dead guys, but then there'll be different rooms that you can go into. And once you open the door to the room, the people that are watching you, your audience, your streaming audience, will ask you to do something. They'll be like, hey, why don't you kill these guys in 40 seconds? Or why don't you kill these guys without using a battery? Battery is like a health pack that you would use to refill your life when you get lower life or whatever. Or to be like, can you kill them all without running out of energy? You can use melee attacks, like you have chainsaw arms that you can cut people with, but you have an energy bar, and if you use all of that, you run out of energy. That sort of thing. And you can
in some ways, presentation-wise, a little bit like Mad World, how like they were doing a televised
kind of, I guess, yeah, sort of. And I could see that, yeah. But the streamer aspect is a fun extra thing, because like they'll pay you, they'll pay you through your stream or whatever if you do it right. But you can also be like they can say like, hey, do this without using batteries, and you can be like, hey, that's too easy. I'll do this without using batteries, but I'll also do it in 40 seconds, or I'll also do it in like without losing energy, and then you can get like double the amount of money that you would get normally, and that's like in every room. And once you clear out everybody everywhere in the room, you'll get like a random treasure that you can use for that run, which will be like a different gun or a different melee weapon, which there's from what I saw, there's the chainsaw and the minigun, but there's actually a bunch of different other guns you can get. Like there's a flamethrower, there's a shotgun, there's like a grenade launcher. I even found like this like hard disk shooter, or it's like it looks like a file cabinet, and it shoots little like papers out of it that kind of look like like hard disks or whatever. and that blows people up, or you can get like sniper rifles and all these different things, and you get your regular chainsaw arm, but there's also like a lightsaber thing, and you can get different variations to that. But you can also level up each of those. Like all of the different guns have like an certain amount of levels that have different damage or whatever. And you also have like a little robot drone that follows you around that you can upgrade also, and also a shield that you can upgrade also. So and there's mods that you can do that'll up your stats or whatnot. But you won't really keep any of those when you die. When you die, you keep a piece of the money that you get, and you take that and you go to this very ridiculous purple-haired booby girl that like wants to operate on you, and she's like this crazed, I don't know, this crazed doctor that's all like, I'm gonna touch you and all this weird shit. And she can augment you, and that's where you can like be like, all right, I'll start with a weapon that has a higher level, or I'll make it to where. Or you can make it to where you lose less money when you die. That's what I've been doing. I've just been trying to build that up, just to make it that when I die, I still get to keep everything. I don't lose a piece of it. And yeah, you can upgrade your stuff. You can upgrade your life. You can upgrade your damage and all that. And that's what'll stick with you for the next run. So you want to like make the money to make yourself stronger, to continue on. And I've gotten to the 10th floor. That's as high as I've gotten. There's a boss there that I can barely do any damage on. It kind of really reminds me of Side Order. That's the same thing that happened to me in that game. I got to the first boss, and I could not do anything to it, really. And the only time I got past it was when it turned into a different boss, because sometimes it would be random and it would be a different one. And I never figured out how to beat that boss. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm going to have to try to look something up. But yeah, I've gone through it a few times. It's a really great editing game, because I don't really need to. It's kind of a little mindless because you're just running through and shooting stuff and all that. But
was it Nintendo Life gave it a 7 out of 10?
Noisy Pixel.
Noisy Pixel.
No one else has.
Sound about right?
No one else has reviewed it that I've seen, or has said anything about it, really. I mean, well, people have mentioned it, like Switch Up mentioned it being a big game that's coming out, but nobody else has reviewed it other than Noisy Pixel, and I'd say, yeah, probably. I guess I'd give it an 8, probably. I mean, we'll see how much, I always have a hard time getting into roguelites because it never really fully clicks for me. Like, I think this one is really fun to play, but how many times am I gonna like want to keep getting killed by this boss or getting killed by the later bosses? And apparently once you beat the boss, you get a key to unlock a special elevator that will take you back to where you beat the boss. But according to the review, you only get to use it once, and you have to go get it again, which that sucks. You should be able to use it all the time. Maybe they'll patch that. I don't know. But I never beat the boss, so I don't even know. But I mean, for what I was going for like a weird ass roguelite, which I didn't even know it was a roguelite. I don't know why I didn't even put 2 and 2 together there, but for a weird ass game that I can play, that's kind of like I'll just give it another run. It's definitely fun. It's a third person shooter like at its core. So I like those sort of mindless shooters, but it's silly. Yeah. It's supposed to be like a really weird anime type thing from from the old years when anime were like, weirdly horny and all that. It's kind of what I get from it, but it's fun for what it is. And let's see what else. And Persona 3 Reload came out last week. I had already gotten through the demo, which was around like 7 or 8 hours. I picked up from there. I do kind of notice the frame rate issues going from Pokemon Legends ZA to Persona Reload, because ZA is like 60 FPS, like super smooth, and then Persona is like 30, but it's not constant in some places, especially in the Tartarus. The Tartarus area is where you fight the monsters. That's where the RPG aspect of it is, and that's roguelite too. That's where it's randomly generated every time you enter the Tartarus. All the levels are differently put together and all that. So when I was playing Pokemon ZA with Wyeth and I was like, I'll just put on, I was like, I think I played enough. I'm just going to play Persona for a little bit. And I could be like, hey, Pokemon, Persona actually outdates Pokemon as far as, monster collecting goes, and using them to fight against each other, because Persona comes from Shin Megami Tensei, which comes from Megami Tensei, which was a Famicom game. I can be the old person that knows all the dumb information about how Megami Tensei was a Pokemon game before Pokemon. Because he probably never heard about it before. But going into the Tartarus, I was like, oh yeah, this I can feel the frame difference. I mean, it's it doesn't feel as good as the other one. There was actually an update from Sega that I saw on Twitter saying that they were going to fix it, that they were going to do a patch with a higher frame rate on Switch 2, obviously because it's only on Switch 2. So that's coming some point in the future. But there was like a day one update for it where they added a bunch of new songs, I guess, that were only on the Fez version on or FES, whatever you call it, on the PlayStation 2. So you get some additional songs for like the Tartarus and for battles and stuff like that. And you can make it random where it'll just change through them, and that was cool. But yeah, I got through like the second moon. Like every full moon is like it's like the boss where you fight like the big boss. And I made it through my midterms also. I did great. I got hundreds on everything. Because it's Persona is RPG plus school simulator. So you also have to go to class and answer questions. And I've been upping my charisma and like intelligence and whatever, and courage and all that stuff. And you can do different things. You can go sing karaoke, that'll up your courage. Or if you work, there's like a late night coffee shop you can work at that will give you courage and charisma. And there's there's different restaurants you can go to. Like there's this brain place that's supposed to up your omega levels, and that'll give you more intelligence. Or you can see like movies that'll scary movies will give you more courage. And like there's a bunch of different things you can do in like a Tokyo type world, a Japanese type world that you walk around. So yeah, so I did that, but I did run into an interesting glitch, which I didn't see. I haven't seen it posted online, but basically what was happening to me is whenever I was in the Tartarus, there's treasures you can get around. And every time I opened a treasure when there was a shadow next to me, they would completely disappear. Shadows are the bad guys that you fight in the Tartarus. And I noticed that they would just go away. And the first time I was chasing down, they have these rare shadows that are golden, very much like the gold slimes of Dragon Quest, where they give you huge experience points and all that. And I was trying to chase this one down, and I opened the chest I was like, I'll grab the treasure chest and then I'll go run after it. And then it went away, and it was gone, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, well, shit. So I started experimenting with it, where I would go by, I would get a shadow to follow me, and then I'd open the chest next to it, and they all disappeared. They have they have extreme shadows that are much higher level that are, this is more of a challenge and they will probably end up killing you. I got those ones to disappear too every time I open the treasure. So I haven't seen anybody mention that online, but I should capture it and, just post it and be like, hey, Sega, what's up with this? But I think I'm almost at 20 hours on it now. I almost put another 10 into it, but it's starting to pick up. I just got super moves for all my characters. I just got 2 more characters for my party. I think I'm almost in July as far as I think you start in April, and I'm almost in July as far as the calendar goes and all that stuff. But I've been doing a lot of extra shit, and I like those games. I swear that one of these days I'll get to the end of them. I know they're very long. And very briefly, while Wyeth was here, I played some of the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds Joker Festival, just to put it up, just to show them what it looked like, and all that. Mm. Be like, hey, this is a Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It's cool. There's more to do on here than Mario Kart World. There you go. And yeah, Joker's on there. I won some matches. That's about it. That's the last thing I played at the end of the night. But there you go, at 59 minutes. So that's good for me. Why don't we take a break, and then we'll come back and talk about Ball Pit and other things.
Ball Pit.
And news. Why not?
Hey, you.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you.
subscribe to our Patreon to hear our bonus shows, which happen every month.
I'm tired.
Tired of all the big corporate podcasts spoon-feeding you the same old video game news on every single show?
Spaghetti. Ravioli.
Then expand!
With NintenDomain Expansion Pack.
It's us talking about old games that were important to us. It's us interviewing people that we meet at conventions. And heck, it's live shows from those same conventions. It's basically everything you could want that NintenDomain ever made.
Here we go!
And it's just $1 a month.
That's less than a bad indie on the eShop.
It's $12 a year, which is less than Nintendo Switch Online.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon and supporting NintenDomain.
Just go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and, hey, Mario, let go. Whoa! He's throwing us back to the show.
So long, Bowser.
Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Game over.
I never feel like so miserable. I never knew I'm thinking this will last forever. Baby, stay with me. You gotta say now you're closer over me. I never feel like so different now. It doesn't seem like we've been far apart, so your lies. My life will turn out. It doesn't seem like it will last for all my life. When stars by the moon and the hell looks in your eyes, just dial in your number.
All right, we're back from the break. Jeremy, I saw you got a new game that you might have put some time into.
I did get a new game, but first off, I just want to say, I have not stopped playing UFO 50, and
Never.
I really want to get my 10th gold, which I still haven't yet. But I did get my first cherry this week.
What'd you get?
Oh,
I got it in Pilot Quest, and I put a lot of time into that game.
that's the one you had played through that multiple times. You were talking about it last week.
Yeah, I think I've beaten it 11 times.
Oh,
Damn.
But I finally got the the cherry is you have to beat this boss at the end, who's like on the map and he randomly generates all over the place, and you have to beat him 6 times within the like time limit, which is actually really tough to do. So I've watched some playthroughs since on YouTube where people have been able to do it in their first playthrough, but every time you beat the game you can upgrade a stat. So that's why I had so many playthroughs, because I actually upgraded my stats so that I had more time to fight him. And I finally did. And then I played through the game all over again after that, just because I wanted to see if I could do it again. And I did. So I don't really have a reason to play that one anymore, even though I really enjoy that game. It's just silly to play it anymore now that I have the cherry. But otherwise, yes, I did get a new game this week. And, shout out to NVC, which I had seen this game on the eShop, like in the coming soon, and I think I had seen stuff about it from time to time. But the name Ball X Pit, which I guess is just called Ball Pit, is such a stupid name for a video game. Like, it just kind of made me think it was going to be like, it just kind of seems like it's going to be like a another like multiplayer online pay as you go, or you know what I mean? Like, it kind of seemed like one of those kind of games based on the thumbnail and the
free to play. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be free to play. It's not. It costs $15. It's published by Devolver Digital, and it's a really good game. It's a roguelite rather, which are my jam. So here I am playing another one of those. Last year I was really, really into the game Peglin, and this game's kind of like that.
Oh, really?
In the sense that you upgrade. So basically, it's like if you combined Breakout and with like Vampire Survivors and like Peglin, like I said, you upgrade your balls. And then your guy, you can manually shoot them or you can set it to auto. I've set it to auto, and I just always have it firing. There's no reason not to. You have one special ball, and then a bunch of, they call them baby balls. And there's like these balls that only inflict like 20% of the damage, but you're just trying to get rid of all these enemies as they approach you on the screen. And it looks just like, I know we've talked about this on the podcast before, maybe specifically on our 12 days of shitness last year, but sometimes you just want to play a game that looks like one of those ads. And this game nails that. Like, you're going down like a rail, like a hallway essentially, and there's different themes depending on the level, and you're getting rid of like tons and tons of enemies that are approaching you, and you're doing that by hitting them with these balls. And some of them take lots and lots of hits, some take less hits, but you just keep upgrading your balls and getting stronger and stronger. And there's like bosses, mini bosses and bosses and everything in each level. And it kind of gets like bullet hell when you fight the bosses. Like, they're just firing so much shit at you, you got to dodge. And so you're using one control stick to move your character around and the other stick to aim your cursor at the same time. And you're basically just, it's just like, it gets kind of mindless after a while, because it's like Vampire Survivors in that to level up, you pick up all the little gems that the enemies leave behind when you kill them. And then you keep getting to level up your balls or your character. There's different kinds of level ups. And it's super addictive. Then you start unlocking new characters to play through with, and certain like levels will require you to beat it with multiple characters to advance to the next stage. And then between stages, you're actually like doing this kind of like town building sim. And every like permanent upgrade to your characters is represented by this town that you're building. And the buildings, you can upgrade each individual building. You can arrange them however you want. And then the way you actually interact with your town is the same way you do in the other parts of the game. All your residents become like balls, and you like shoot them at the different things on the map, and they'll like harvest resources, and they'll upgrade buildings, and they'll like build things and do all this other stuff kind of automatically after you fire them. And man, it's hard to explain, but it's super addictive. The first couple of playthroughs, I was like, I don't know about this, but I'd already dropped my $15 on it, so I was like, I'm gonna keep playing. And yeah, I'd say after 5 or 6 times playing through it, I started to pick up some steam, and my character was getting stronger, and I had like gotten close to a boss. Like, I saw the boss like walking onto the screen, and then I died. But it's so much like those ads. Like, as the boss approaches, like the play field like widens, and it kind of zooms out, and you see this gigantic boss, and each of the bosses has their own sort of attack patterns and things they do that you have to learn. And you just keep unlocking levels, kind of like Vampire Survivors. So you're unlocking levels and characters and new power-ups and stuff as you go. So it just keeps rewarding you with more stuff and more stuff and more stuff and things to spend your resources on. And you can learn ways to maximize your resources by how you lay out your town. And there's just a lot of depth to it, but just also a lot of really just dumb, like, I'm just moving this thing around as the balls fly around. I'm playing at top speed. You can like affect like the speed. I don't think it affects how, your overall like rewards or anything. It just makes the game move faster. So I've got it going at the top speed. And that means like if I get all the way through a level, it takes about 12 minutes. So it never demands too much of your time. You can get through a playthrough in about 12 minutes and be done with it. But I just keep playing it, and I keep playing it, and I keep playing it. Now I've unlocked all but 2 characters according to the menu, and I'm on the second to last level. So I hope to see credits in this by the end of the week.
Wow. Yeah, I saw you put like a good 20 some hours into it already. It obviously got its hooks into you.
It's just my kind of game.
Into a lot of people, actually. It's sold 400,000 copies in its first week. So it's a big hit.
Such a terrible name. I feel like the name is so bad.
It's kind of generic, yeah. Doesn't say much about generic.
The game. And like it's called Ball Pit. Like, so there's not really a story, but the quote unquote story is that like a meteor or something hit this town and destroyed it, and there's this huge hole, and now all these treasure hunters are coming to kind of like in the Freerun show, like they're coming to like, or not Freerun, like Delicious in Dungeon, where they're like coming to this town just to adventure down to this dungeon, and each layer has like a theme to it, and it gets progressively harder as you go down, and the bosses get harder. And but luckily, your characters are getting stronger as you do it as well. But each time you unlock a new character, they're really weak, and you got to learn how to use them. They all do things differently. In fact, some of the characters you unlock just completely change the gameplay, like make it almost like a different genre of game in some regards. Like there's one character that does everything turn-based because he's supposed to be this great tactician, and you literally will like fire all the balls you have, wait for them to ricochet until they're done, and then the enemy gets like 5 seconds to move, and then the screen stops moving, and then you get to do your moves. And there's certain guys that like fire their balls instead of out of the front, like where you're standing, it like comes out of the back of the screen. Or there's one character that throws the balls up in the air, so you can like put the cursor right on an enemy, and it'll, no matter where they are on the screen, it'll like land right on top of them. But each of those different strategies, like each of those different things requires a different strategy for how your balls are going to move around the screen. And you don't want the enemies to get to the bottom, because then they attack you, and once you run out of energy, it's game over. But you take all your money and whatever you've collected back to your town, and you upgrade it as much as you can. It's just like that over and over and over again. But that turn-based character is pretty fun. Like once I unlocked him, I've been using him in every level, just because it really makes it more of a strategy game than just a mindless, firing balls and bouncing balls. There's a character where every time he has like a big shield, so you can actually do breakout style where you like catch the balls when they come back.
Yeah.
And each time you ricochet the ball back, it gets stronger. It takes away more hit points. So that's where it's very much like Peglin, where like you're like, it's got that RPG element where everything has hit points, and you got to like whittle them down, and there's different strategies and stuff. And you can actually, there's an upgrade where you actually can take 2 different party members in to a dungeon, and that kind of changes the gameplay as well. So there's a lot of depth to this thing. For on the surface, it just looks like pure chaos, but once you're playing it, it's really fun. And it gets like Vampire Survivors, where there's just flashy explosions happening everywhere, and you barely are even controlling it anymore. But it's just still feels so great, because the reason it's that way is because you chose the right power-ups and stuff, So very rewarding, very fun, and I recommend it.
Does it get to like where the game like plays itself, kind of like Vampire
There's literally
Survivors?
a character who plays himself. Like if you choose that character, you just have to watch him play.
Oh, I mean, but
It's kind of hilarious that they've got that as one of the characters you unlock.
But yeah, like Vampire Survivors, where like you get so powerful that you can just lay the controller down and it'll just
Oh, definitely. There's
fight
a
on
couple
its
times
own,
where
like
that's
that sort of thing.
There's a couple times where that's happened to me, but I think things move quickly enough that you can't really walk away from it for that long, because a level can take, like I said, 12 minutes to defeat, and some of the bosses will throw hazards at you and stuff, and kind of change up the pattern of what you're approaching, so you couldn't just use one method the whole time through. But ultimately, it's just a reflex-based game with lots of flashy explosions. By the end of each level, I've usually defeated over 1,000 enemies. So I've probably defeated 500,000 enemies in this game since I got it this week. Very, very fun and addictive and flashy, and just kind of like just right in that wheelhouse of like, yeah, I gotta say, Vampire Survivors is probably the thing it's most like, but reminds me so much of Peglin as well. And am I ever going to get sick of these roguelikes? Probably, but this is a good one.
Yeah, it's cheap too, like you're saying. It's only like $15.
Yeah, it's priced. It's my magic price point, $15. Like for me, that's like, and that's like Vampire Survivors was like
less than $20,
$3 when it came out or something like that.
It was, I think it was like
Like
five, yeah, about. But
that
yeah,
was like one of the best values in gaming. This is not quite that cheap, but I would be interested if they're going to update it and stuff. I don't know if there's any plans to add stuff to it, but as it stands for what it is, you don't have to like everything you do in it, you unlock through gameplay. So it's a nice self-contained game right now that I enjoy.
Yeah, Vampire Survivors, they just kept adding stuff to it.
And they did like little 99-cent DLCs and stuff like that, but I would hope that would be what Devolver would do if they were going to add anything to this. Either have it be free or be like cheap. Don't make it like $10 to add more characters or something. And also, I would say, $15 it's worth it. But if this ever goes on sale, I'd say both of you just grab it because both of you are going to enjoy this game. I think
It's tempting already for $15, but I still don't really know that much about it because I haven't watched any of the reviews or anything. I've barely watched any reviews.
I didn't know jack
of
shit
stuff.
about it, and it was like I said, it was NVC that kind of was like, "Oh, that's actually a good game." Like, I don't think
Last
they
week
would-
they're both
Yeah, I
on
know,
top of it, Seth
right.
and Brian. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm like, I trust, especially Brian. I don't think he's going to tell me something's good if it's not. So, it's like, all right, I'll check it out. And I'm glad I did.
Worked for you. It's always nice when you get a new thing that no one else has, and you can talk about it and be like, "Hey, ball pit."
Ball pit.
Can
What
put
is
it-
I mean, everything about it makes you think it's going to be like when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, like you get to jump in the ball pit. But no, the ball pit's actually a dungeon.
and piss-covered balls everywhere, and they're all gross.
Which may be one of there are like disease balls you can throw and stuff too. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a piss ball at some point.
I hope so. There should be. Cool. Well, yeah. That's what you've been doing for the week.
Yes.
Cool. Well, in between episodes, we're not going to spend that much time on it, but there was a Kirby Direct, another one, an hour-long
Kirby Air Riders.
Kirby Air Riders Direct. Did anybody watch it?
I watched it.
You watched the whole thing, beginning to
Watched
end,
the whole
for an hour?
thing. Yep.
Even though you're still not interested in it, you just there for the Sakurai of it.
I did not sit and
I
watch
did
it
not
for an
watch
hour. I watched it piecemeal here and there before I knew it was done. But yeah, this is the third hour or 2.5 hours of these directs. Yeah,
And I think it's like an hour. It's like an hour
I'd say
45.
it's the second direct.
Because the first one wasn't a full hour, and this one, I like that he mentions, right at the beginning. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's a whole hour, eh? Yeah, they gave me that. You think I'm not going to have anything to say?" Like, it was very much coming
Joking
right
about
at
it.
you at the very beginning of it, being like, "Yeah, it's a fucking hour. You're gonna watch it. You're gonna love it." I do like his sassiness on these directs, where it's like, "I do what I want. Let's do it."
I mean, it did not make me more interested in the game. My interest level stayed the exact same, which is, I don't care about it. It's not going to be for me. But at least there's a demo, so I will try that. I will give that.
Yeah,
a
maybe
shot.
the demo will change.
maybe
Make
I'll
sure,
certainly-
make sure and catch it this time.
Yeah, it's a limited demo, timed demo, whatever you want to call it. They're going to do it. They're going to turn it on
Like a test
over a weekend
test.
for
It's
a
like
couple of times.
it's like a beta test. So
Probably to test the servers out.
yeah, there were two big things that intrigued me about it a little bit more. Number one was the beta test that's happening next weekend. So it's 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Pacific time, which I think I can actually do that maybe. I mean, we need those late night ones, like that's like 2 a.m. That's my normal like prime video game time. So it's like 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. and then on the 8th it's 4 to 10. And on the 9th, it's 9 to 1, which is weird. They're all different times. But also, the week after that, the 15th, there's two 15th and 16th, will be 12 to 6 in the morning, 4 to 10, and 7 a.m. to 1. So, I'm hoping to be able to try that. I'm excited that there is a demo that I can try out. Yeah, I'm not really sold on it either. But the main thing was that there is like a full-on story mode now that like had me intrigued, because that's what I'm more interested in, is like playing through a thing and unlocking everything, and it looks like you got like the same sort of thing like Smash Brothers, where you break out the little squares and the giant picture and all that, and you can do them at any time. Also, what was really cool is he's like, "This is the whole game. There's no DLC. This is what you got.
Said that
You don't have to
explicitly.
wait." Yeah,
We're not turning this into a series.
yeah.
Leave me alone.
This is the last one.
Antarctica.
Like, this is what we're doing.
Stop bothering me. Yep.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. I thought he was kind of like, poking a little fun at like Mario Kart World or whatever. That was like, I mean, and they never said DLC, but the fact that it was $80 and not a whole lot of game made people think there was more coming. And he's like, well, no, this is what you get. But you're getting a lot. Like, oh, and also the top-down racing thing that was in GameCube was in the GameCube
Which
version.
is like RC Pro Am
they,
mode.
they spent a lot of time on that, so I guess people wanted that. I'm still I'm super on the fence for this one. Like, I don't see myself purchasing it, like especially not for $70. That's a lot, but we'll see. We'll see what the rating, what the reviews end up being. I'll probably watch the reviews for this one. I'm interested in the story mode, but I don't know. I have Kirby Air Rider on GameCube,
Yeah,
and
you do.
I couldn't figure it out. Like
We played it together.
It was very confusing. Did we? Yeah, we probably tried to do a video of it or something.
We did.
Yeah.
And I did not understand it.
I was very confused. Yeah, we probably did a stream of it, or it's at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, I was real confused, But yeah, more of that. Sakurai, more $50 amiibo, whatever.
3 more. So if you want to spend $250 on amiibo for one game, here you go.
Oh yeah, there's a day too that looks gigantic. That's pretty huge. So I was like, yeah, that's what I kept saying when we were going to the mall. I was like, oh yeah, we'll go to GameStop and look at the expensive amiibo. No GameStop. There was no GameStop there. Like, what the hell? We got to go look at the expensive amiibo and be like, look at them. There's a bunch of them. Nobody's buying them. Didn't get to do that, unfortunately.
But I bet worldwide there's going to be less than 1,000 people who buy all 5 amiibo.
Maybe.
Less than I don't know about that. I think it's going to be more than that.
$250 plus the game is $320 for Kirby Air Riders. A game, yes, starring a beloved character, but which was
there's a lot of people on the planet here in different
places.
I
don't know.
I think they can break. I think they can break 1,000. I think they'll get 100,000 at least. I mean, you get some pretty good deals from the Best Buy if you're a Best Buy member, from what I've heard. Anyway, yeah, that's the Kirby Air Rider thing. We don't have to say any more about that. But continuing on the gigantic October release month, we got a big game coming out in like 13 minutes maybe, and that is Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which I have. I bought it. I preloaded it. I am very excited to throw myself into the Mortal Kombat world whenever this podcast is over. I'm going to lose myself in blood and whatever, and blood and toasty and all that stuff. I'm very excited to play it. I did watch like some stuff about that just because I don't care about spoilers. I already play these games. I just want to have them in my hands. But I'm
gonna have to hold off on this one because I bought the Lego Gameboy. So.
Yeah, I really did. I didn't expect you to get it when it came out.
I'm getting it soon.
You're not a day one fighting game purchaser.
You didn't get Katamari then either, did you?
I did not.
I didn't expect you to get that one either because you weren't that excited about it. But yeah, and apparently
all these games, I just got to pace myself a little bit.
It doesn't rate. Yeah. I mean, don't buy like 6 games in a month like I did.
No.
But I had a really good week, so it all makes sense. But no, I've been really excited about playing Mortal Kombat. I'm planning on diving right into it. As of right now, I believe I actually think it's releasing at 11. I saw stuff online on Twitter saying that it was dropping at midnight Eastern time, even though the sale goes on for a couple more hours after that. But still, and I wanted to save that $5. Damn it! But I was watching the. I know you've seen these guys off and on because you posted before on the Slack. But the Ketchup and Mustard channel on YouTube, John, you've seen them. You've posted stuff from them. They do well. You've seen them because you posted a video from them on Slack at one point. Maybe you just saw it randomly in your feed or whatever.
Yeah,
but they're big Mortal Kombat guys. They post a bunch of Mortal Kombat stuff, and I follow them for the fighting game stuff. But they got an early copy, and I was just watching when I was riding the bike earlier. I was just watching some of the training mode stuff because they have some really cool practice mode that you can do in there for the game. And you can like record your character doing different moves like against you and all that stuff. And they were just showing like how you can get. How you can break the blocks and like what some of the secrets are. And I remember people talking about this in the arcade world, back at Northwoods Mall when I was a teenager or whatever. Like the old trick where you jump kick and you hit him with Scorpion. And if you do the spear at the right time, it's unblockable. Like it will always hit you. And they kind of talked about doing that in the practice mode and all that. And I'm very excited to play mostly arcade perfect ports of these. And number one, I'm really excited to play Mortal Kombat 4 because that's like one of my favorite games.
Especially with your Limitless.
Yes, I got it over here. It's all ready to go. It's right. Well, I mean, I put it in my computer bag because we cleaned up because we had company and all that. But I got it. I know where it is. I just got to pop it out and I'll be ready to go.
Computer bag.
Yeah, I got a bag that I carry my computer in. You've seen it, my little leather computer bag.
Oh, okay.
This be your first game that has the digital Eclipse timeline on it. Doesn't have the timeline.
Yeah, it does have like the gold book type thing where I mean I'll watch that somewhat, but I'm more interested in playing the games. But I'll watch the videos when I'm eating or well I guess I could stick it on the bike and watch it. But I'm more interested in playing the games because I like them a lot, and it's gonna be fun.
Especially the Game Boy one.
Yeah, I have that piece of shit. I got it for Christmas one year. It's very slow. You got to do the moves very slowly, but you can get them. You can do them. They're in there.
Yeah, I know you got the Game Gear one too because I was with you when you got that.
I got the Game Gear one also, which isn't much better than the Game Boy one. They're both kind of shit, but I think they're on this collection also. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's coming out tomorrow. I've been waiting all month for it. It's like probably I figured next week I'll do like a tier list or something. I'll like, all the October games that I got, like where what my like number 1 to number whatever is. So, be excited.
Just for October, huh?
Be excited about that. Well,
game of October.
Well, October,
game of the year.
I bought like 6 games in October, so I think people want to know what are the good ones and what are the also good ones, but not as good as the more good ones or whatever.
Yeah, because every game you bought was good.
They are. They're all good. Yes, I buy no bad games. But aside from that, there's a whole bunch of other games coming out. Like another game that I'm going to get just because I have to. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake is also coming out in 9 minutes from now. So there you go. I saw it got a 9 on IGN. I didn't read or watch the review, but I saw the number. Very much deservedly so. These games are great. I guess from the blurb for some of I watched like one of those like here's what everybody's reviewed it so far. It seems like they've really improved on Dragon Quest II, which was definitely one of the weaker ones of the series, I think. So
I wasn't super impressed with that one.
Well, I mean, it's like, Dragon Quest 1 was the first one, and 2 was just like, hey, let's have party members. That was kind of like the big advancement, I think, is like, now we can have some extra people in here, and you can fight more than one person at once. Like the original Dragon Quest, you only had one enemy on the screen at a time, so it was very rudimentary and all that, but 2 was like, oh, there's more enemies, there's more characters, there's more story. Like 1 didn't really have that much of a story. But I am really excited to play through 1 again just because I love its simplicity, as I've said millions of times on here. I love its simplicity. I love like all the different things you can do where you slay the dragon and rescue the princess and make the rainbow bridge and all that fun stuff. There's a lot of really cool stuff to do in that game. And it's not very long, and I've played through it the most out of all these Dragon Quest games. And I'm excited to play it whenever I, can put down the controller for the Mortal Kombat game whenever that happens. But
Majogami, which is on sale, just came out this week.
What was that?
Majogami.
Yeah, that's coming out tomorrow. Also, that's coming out in 10 minutes as well.
Yep.
Do you know what that is? I saw it on there, but I have no idea what it is.
So it's a 2D action platformer. Here's the premise. Majogami stars Shiro Ha, a young woman who has lost her memory, who travels alongside Shiori, her father, who has been turned to paper. With her katana Kamikiri in hand, she travels through a bizarre world and cuts through the horrors she finds there in this 2D character action platformer. So it sounds kind of cool, like a Paper Mario if it were an action game kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I saw some videos of it where it looked kind of interesting, but it was up against the 6 other games I was getting for October, so I was like, nope. But yeah.
Looking forward to get this one in the holiday sale.
Well, it's on sale right now for $5. But it's a pre-order bonus. Also, another Harvest Moon coming out. Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home Special Edition. I don't really know what makes that one different, but it's coming out at $40. 2 Point Museum. There's a whole bunch of these 2-pointers. Another one. I think it's out already. It came out. Yeah. That's out there. It's it's like a museum simulator. I can
see myself getting into these. These get consistently great reviews. Nintendo Life says this is probably the best one in the series. However, there's no mouse mode in the Switch 2 version.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
It's something that's like crying for a mouse mode, and I don't know why they didn't do it.
Seems like a missed opportunity. Also, we got Tales of Xillia Remastered coming out almost on the same day as Dragon Quest, but I don't know. We all have Tales of Symphonia. We all like that game. I don't really. There was another Tales game on Switch that I liked pretty good. Like the first one, I forget what it's called, but that one was all right. But yeah, I don't see myself going back to this one anytime soon. But it's coming out on It's coming out for $40. Just because it has a weird name. Another egg console game. I don't know how much it is in Japanese, probably all of it, but Kiss of Murder looks like a point and click old school.
It's like they were trying to say Kiss of Death and thought that was good enough.
I like Kiss of Murder for the PC-88. $6.50, pretty cheap. I'm wondering how much is actually readable. Because it might all be in Japanese. Also, Stray Children is supposed to come out, but it still has not shown up in the eShop. I know they had the trailer saying it was coming out on the 30th for Switch, but it's still MIA.
So this is the Onion Games game?
Yeah, this is the spiritual sequel to Moon.
Oh my gosh. There's too many games.
MOON. That spells Stray Children.
I have to play this one.
I got to finish Moon.
So
Moon was in my top 10 games on the Switch 1.
Yeah, that was definitely made your game of the year list. I remember that. Yeah, I don't know.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, I mean, I looked on the Japanese shop, the Japanese channel, the eShop, because it had come out a while back on there, and I think it was floating around like the $40, $50 price tag. I think for the break. It's hard because the breakdown is different, for yen because of exchange rate or whatever. But I don't know. I'm guessing it's like $40 maybe when it comes out. We'll see what people think of it. I've heard mixed things. I guess. I guess people really like it, but some people are. The battle system's really weird, I guess, because Moon didn't have a battle system. This one does. So there you go.
I mean, the Moon is kind of divisive, and even to some degree, Chibi-Robo's a little divisive.
Moon was divisive on this very show. Jeremy loved it, and I didn't like it. So there you go. There's 50-50 right there.
I liked it, but didn't finish it.
I couldn't get.
Some say the Moon.
I couldn't get into it.
So.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. And I think I got farther than John did. The whole walking around until you pass out was just really just bothering me. Which, thinking about it, you do the same thing in Chibi-Robo.
You never drank in your 20s, did you?
But well, I'm not talking about real life. But no, I mean Chibi-Robo does that too. But I guess because you're a robot and you recharge on the wall, it was more feasible and it made more sense in that game.
A little bit more agency over it because you're like, oh, there's plugs all over. I can see those plugs where they're at, and I can see that I'm getting low, and I need to, head to a plug.
Also, that one I don't think it really explains why you pass out. Right? You just do. It just happens, and you fall over. I don't know, Jeremy. You played through all of it. Does it?
Yeah, Moon doesn't really. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on at first, and it did take a little bit of research to be like, oh, this is what's supposed to happen, and you have to if I remember correctly, you just have to I don't know, complete more quests or something?
Yeah, you have to do something to get more stamina, but it doesn't really explain it to you at all. And if you're just trying to walk around, figure out what the fuck is happening, because it is kind of has that point and click thing that I hate, where it's just go to the same locations 20 times and click on the same things until you find one thing that'll get you 2 minutes of joy, and then you get another hour of just looking at locations for whatever thing that you can click on for another 2 minutes of joy. That thing, it sucks when you just pass out from just trying to walk around and see what the fuck's happening. So that's probably one of the big problems I had with it.
I think
it was kind of unplayable for me.
That was one of those games where I was just I know I'm going to like this. I have to just stick with it, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really frustrating at first.
I stuck with it for a time. I mean, I put I put a lot of hours into it. I just was nah. I'm I'm done with this. I don't want to play this game anymore. But what else? What else?
I don't want to play this game anymore. No Man's Sky has a update. And that game I tried for maybe 20 minutes, and I couldn't. I felt like that game. I said this on the show.
You did more than me. I didn't try it for any minutes. I just bought it, and it's digitally sealed on my Switch. I deleted it even. It's not even on there. It's not even downloaded anymore.
When I started it up, I was like, did I miss something? It's as if you're 5 hours into the game already from the moment that you start. It just doesn't give you any sort of context or here's what you do or here's how you do it. You're just there. And there's a way to sort of do that well. And this game does not do that. It just left me feeling lost, and it's a little hard to break in on this game. But they have an update, and so a lot of people do like it. So I trust that it's a good game in there somewhere. Yay for those people. Maybe I'll give it a try somewhere down the line. But if you're doing DLCs, could you like maybe make it a little bit easier to
Do a kids
step into
mode.
this game? Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
DLC, some tutorials in there.
Do
Yeah.
like mini galaxy that you have to figure out at first, and then
Right.
it teaches you how to go out into the wide universe.
For sure.
I
But
agree.
anybody
It's-
listening-
it's tough to get into. I didn't get into it.
If anybody listening plays this game, I would actually like to hear from you. Like, what's up with this? Let me know.
yeah, I mentioned that I had it to my nephew, and he was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah, I got it for like $11." He's like, "Oh, I should get it now." I was like, "No, this was like months ago. It's not on sale anymore. I think it's on sale for like 25 now." But I got it. The Switch 1 version was really deep discounted, when the Switch 2 came out, and there was the free update, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just get it," and I just
I did the same thing.
never got around to it. But
I've actually tried to play it though.
But speaking of like galaxies and like stuff that's really cool to play, the Star Wars Outlaws demo is finally out there now. So
Oh, okay.
I'm pointing at you
I need to try
two.
that.
Fucking download that game because it's the only game that I know of that has ray tracing on Switch 2. If you want to know what ray tracing looks like, download that game. Download the demo. I don't. From what I heard, I don't think it carries into the game, but you can at least look how fucking gorgeous the game is. It's basically Star Wars GTA, except you just have. You have your own speeder. You don't have to steal shit from other people. But
I did queue it up, so
it's a Han Solo simulator, as they would say.
I told it to download, so I haven't actually made the space for it yet. But
Minus
next
the
time I turn my
bratty
Switch on.
son. But yeah, no, I mean, I had a lot of fun with it. I'd like to go back to it. I played it for like 40 hours or so, and it's got a bunch more updates too. Like they keep making it run better and better and better with each update. So it's a stellar ass game. And I guess I don't know if we forgot it or it came out this week, but there's another Jackbox Party Pack out there. Number 11. I just
And
love
AEW
It's a lot
wrestlers
of Jack.
got to try it. I guess they're promoting that game.
I got both of I got the Jack Bros in Persona Reload, also in Persona 3 Reload.
Oh, cool.
I got Jack Frost and the Jack-o'-lantern. There's a move you get called the Jack Bros later in the game if you've collected.
Does it
both
make
of
you
them.
want to play Virtual Boy?
I mean, I'm going to play it when it comes to Switch. So it was interesting talking to my nephew about that too, about the Virtual Boy, because I don't know if he's ever played one. I was like, "You going to get that $100 like shell thing for your Switch?" He's like, "How do you play it? It has no like head strap or whatever." I was like, "Well, let me tell you. You gotta take
Let
the
me tell you
headset
about time, yeah.
and you gotta lay back on your bed and you gotta balance it on your forehead." And that's how I did it when I was in college. When I played Jeremy's Virtual Boy, I balanced it on my head and I played a lot of Galactic Pinball, which is a cool game.
You didn't show him your actual Virtual Boy?
I mean, I pointed to it. I was like, "Yeah, it's over there on the microwave.
It's
if you
over
want to
there.
go look at it."
It's
Because
on
we
the
were sitting,
microwave.
because we were sitting while we were at the TV. I was like, "Yeah, it's behind me on the microwave." I mean, there's nothing to show. It doesn't really work. It doesn't really work well because the eye thing, like what happens to all of them, like something got messed up with the eyepiece, so it doesn't really work anymore.
I wonder if you could throw those lenses in the microwave instead of the oven.
I could. It's right above the microwave. I could put it in there. Also, Night Striker gear came out, which I don't know what that is. Action-paced retro 3D shoot 'em up.
Yeah, the Shoot 'em Up is a sequel to a game from 1989 called Night Striker.
Nice.
So, if you've been waiting on that, now's your time.
What I've been waiting on, and I was so mad that we missed it last week, and it's out right now. The Luigi's Mansion is on the GameCube app.
Yep, it just came out.
As we were speaking. It came out like a couple hours ago. This is a great game. John's made many excuses for not getting the later great Luigi's Mansion because you're like, I never beat the first one. Well, now you can. It's on your fucking Switch for free-ish, and you can beat it in one sitting or in a week over a weekend.
I think it's a good Halloween game.
I think it's like a 5-hour game. Like really, it's not very long. You can get through.
I'll
it pretty
definitely
quickly.
play it. Yep.
I remember playing through this game, or when it originally came out with Jeremy. We called it Luigi's Crawl Space because it was a very short game, not quite a mansion. But it has some really unique stuff in it, and there's a dead baby in there. You get to fight a dead baby ghost, which everybody loves dead baby ghost jokes, and they're in there. So
those things have not gone out of date.
Yeah, yeah, they're totally fashionable in the year of our Lord 2025. What's fashionable though is Disney Illusion Island is coming to the Nintendo Switch Online's trial or whatever I want to try that game. I remember Alex said it was really good from playing it at Summer Game Fest or whatever. But it's basically like the new Super Mario Brothers, like that sort of thing, like multiplayer 2D platformer. And I heard great things about it, and I'll play it for free, and it's going to be for free for like a week. So I would like to try that out if I am able to tear myself away from Mortal Kombat for long enough.
I mean, if you're ever thinking about like getting away from that game and trying something else, just think to yourself, finish it.
Nice.
Just finish playing the game.
I'll never finish the game. It never ends. I have to beat the arcade mode with every character, all of them, every single one. I mean, I might. I mean, I did try to do that on the Marvel Collection and the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Which I did do it for that one, Power Stone. I did it for Power Stone 2, where I beat it with all the people.
Nintendo music updates. We got New Super Mario Brothers, the first game to make the Koopas dance.
Bow, bow. Everybody knows that song. Yeah, I always like that they stopped and they do and that's like the only one I think they did that on.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing it in any of the other ones, which is a shame.
I think they did it in the Wii one as well. They did the little dance.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. I thought it was the only time I noticed it was on the DS one.
This music always makes me think of when I went to go see. It was one of the first video game symphonies that came through Chicago, and I didn't know it, but Koji Kondo was there, and I got to hear him play that song live, which was just like one of the peak gaming experiences.
I mean, did he like play it, or did he like?
He played it,
but did he like?
Did he like go?
Yeah.
Bam, bam?
I mean, what did he play it with? Did he play like on the
piano.
piano or like the guitar or on
Oh,
the piano?
cool.
Okay.
Yep, it was him on piano. Yep.
So he was all like deedle deedle, and then he's like on the microphone and he goes bop bop. Did he
Yeah.
did he add the bops to it?
I wish.
What I remember mostly is like I was saying, I think this is like one of the first like big touring video game symphonies. It was him. Uematsu was there. One other notable person who was I can't remember who it was, but there was three big people there, and I just remember seeing like their faces because they were like projected on the jumbotron and everything, and they looked like they were having the best time. Like looked like they like got to come out of their cubicles or wherever they could compose the music back in the 80s, and now to see their music like played live overseas, from their perspective in the United States with a big audience and everything. It was just like really cool to see that.
You said it was Koji Kondo and who was the second person?
Nobu Uematsu.
Uematsu
Okay.
from.
But not
Yeah.
like it, but you don't think it was like Chip Tanaka, or you don't remember who the third one was?
I remember the name of the concert, and I was able to find like a little history on it. Not that long ago, maybe a year ago. So I could look it up. It was Play a Video Game Symphony, and it was in 2005. I could try to find the third person.
That was
whoever
almost
that
20
was.
years ago.
It was 20 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. It was over 20 because it was like spring going into summer. Yeah. I really want to find, they're actually, I found a copy of the album. Somebody has it online, and it was available for purchase. So I'm looking forward to trying to dig up a copy and get that actual performance. That'd be cool. Halloween stuff. Mario Halloween NSO icons are available. Did you say you got those Halloween
You
icons?
spent all your platinum points on it.
I did. Yeah, I said it earlier. I got the one that I'm using right now is I think it's it's like the bone, the dry bones, but he's wearing a pumpkin on his head and he's carrying his skull. That's like probably my favorite one. But there's some really cool ones, like there's Yoshi wearing a dinosaur costume and various other ones. But yeah, no, they're all very cute, and they're.
I want to get that Luigi one where he's a werewolf. I like that.
Get them now. They're limited. I found a Wikipedia.
Yeah, they're
thing.
going to sell out if you're not careful.
I found a Wikipedia thing saying that this doesn't have there's Koji Kondo. This has a lot more people. It says this says 2006 at Rosemont Theater. That's where you were, right?
It was 2006.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was in Chicago. Yep.
Play premiered May 27th, 2006.
That was over 20 years ago.
Performances by Koji Kondo, Angela Aki, Akiro Yamaoka, Nobu Uematsu, Yatsunori Mitsuda, Yuzo Koshiro, and Jeremy Soule.
Yuzo Koshiro. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of people there.
He was probably the third one that I remembered.
I
Yeah.
remember it being because it was over like Memorial Day weekend, right? Because you told me about
Yep.
it, and I was in Indianapolis going to the 500 with my dad. So
Okay. Yeah.
I remember it because I had talked to you about it when I was at my stepmom's brother's house because we would stay there because he lived in Indianapolis, and I remember that being that whatever. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember it was that weekend. It was the Indy 500 weekend.
I think yeah, Coach, man, I didn't realize that I saw him. I think that I like kind of vaguely knew his name at that time, and maybe that's the person that I was remembering.
I mean, he must have played
But,
some Streets
yeah.
of Rage stuff. That was his big claim to fame. You
That's
know?
so cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I saw him. Cool.
And not to mention, Natsunori Mitsuda,
And that's why you
who
love
did
the most.
Chrono Trigger. Yasunori Mitsuda, Chrono Trigger.
I was
soundtrack.
wondering if Mitsuda was going to be in there. Yeah, that's when I was like, damn, you saw Mitsuda.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Bastard. And you've met Charles Martinet. Jeez.
Yep. He's right there. Amazon leaked some games. So you can see these on the website right now. For Switch 2, Binding of Isaac, Repentance Plus, and Order Up. So Order Up's like a restaurant sim.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
I mean-
Binding of Isaac, I think.
Yeah, I mean, these are all games that already exist, though, right? These are just like Switch 2 versions
Yeah.
of them, like for free, right? Or,
Sure. Well, physical versions that you can order on Amazon.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know these games are already on Switch 1.
We have some announcements. Fallout 4 Anniversary
Oh yeah,
Edition.
shit, I forgot about that. So like right after I saw people making jokes about like, oh, there should have been like maybe there was supposed to be a partner direct instead of the Kirby direct, because right after the Kirby Air Riders direct, they announced like 5 games for Switch 2, like just as trailers or whatever. And yeah, here they are. As you were saying, yeah, Fallout 4 finally. You had that on many a bingo cards,
Yeah.
because of the show and yeah.
Just the fact that there's no Fallout games other than, I think, Fallout, what was the
There was like that side game.
Fallout Shelters or whatever. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was a mobile game.
Yeah, but not like a real Fallout. But yeah, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. I was like, what? And like System Shock 1, which I was really wanted to play that. I have System Shock 2, didn't play it that much, but the System Shock 1 remake is completely different, where 2 is just kind of just, prettied up a little bit and stuck on there. This was all completely remade. And they're swearing that it's coming out, the end of this year. There's not much of this year left, but I want to know when. It does not have a date yet, but cool. And there was and also, what was it? The Assassin's Creed game got an official release too. That it's like Assassin's Creed, whatever the fuck, Ninja Shadows or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like those games, so I don't keep track of them.
I've heard that one is
Ubisoft
pretty
just
cool.
in general is like,
I mean, I heard that Assassin's Creed 2 was great too. People loved that game, and I bought it, and I thought it was boring as shit. I played 4 too, the pirate one. That one's supposed to be really good. Also boring. I mean, I've played
Black Flag, yeah.
Yeah,
This
Black-
one's in
Black
Japan,
Flag.
though.
but it's an American game in Japan. Who cares?
It's a French game.
Oh yeah, whatever. I don't know. I felt like I gave Assassin's Creed more time than they deserved, so I'm good on those games. But what's really cool is Little Samson, one of the most expensive NES games. Looks like it's finally getting a re-release.
And
Yeah,
the
just
that
announced.
episode of Negative World that Trey put as one of our early Patreon bonus episodes.
Oh no, it's free. You can listen to it for free. It's not even a Patreon episode. Patreon didn't exist even when I posted
true.
that one. I posted it because we
And
went.
that episode was already 15 years old or whatever when you posted it.
Oh, I don't think it was that old, but
It was 15,000 years old.
it was ancient. Yeah, it was from the dinosaur times. Somehow I went back in time to find Nordic Thunder, Justin Howard, because he was born in the ancient time of dinosaurs, and he's lived long because he lives off of the thunder of the world or something.
He actually learned to play guitar before the guitar was invented.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, I did an interview with him, and Little Samson was one of his white whale games for his NES collection. I don't remember if he actually had it or not, But I mean,
He was talking about buying it. And it was like $60, and he was like,
Yeah,
"It's
right.
a lot of money, but it's worth it."
Yeah, $60 before like all of these fucking YouTube channels being like, yo, little Samson. I had never seen a YouTube channel about anybody collecting video games before I met.
I'm trying to remember what the
Justin
other
Howard,
game
so.
was that he talked. Oh, Journey to Silius. That's the one.
Yeah, that game's cool. It's got a great soundtrack. Yeah, he talks about Journey to Silius, and he talks about beating the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, which is really hard. And and he talks about the track and field game that's expensive. I forget which one it is. That was a more stadium events.
Yeah, stadium events.
Yeah.
Another one where it's like, goddamn, we should go back in time, listen to Justin Howard, and just buy a bunch of these copies.
Yeah, I remember that time he found a sealed Mega Man 2 like at a resale shop, or as a junk store, as he would call it. And also, we had that famous time where he found.
That was the parlay of the parlance of the times.
We found there's that time that he found $500 on the floor of Estelle's when I was there with him. That was pretty wild too.
That's almost $1,000.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was a few $100s, and he bought it. And he bought a DS with it. And he bought a DS and Mario Kart DS, and we played the shit out of it. So it was
then he dropped it off the balcony.
No,
that was my guy.
Not that I know of. Yeah, no, I think he kept his intact. But yeah, little Samson. I've only played this game on emulators because it was never released on anything like legally. So I would like to play it.
And it's actually supposed to be a good game.
Yeah, people like it.
I think there was actually a Retronauts episode recently where they talked about it, like as what was like a white whale or whatever. They were doing their gaming white whales, which I feel like we've done an episode like that.
Yeah, we did. We did do one. We did one where like stuff that or like Holy Grails, like stuff that we wanted.
Yeah, it was
we called it Holy Grails, not White Whales, but.
Well, they define like the difference between a Holy Grail and a white whale.
Oh, they do both, do they? Always trying to like one up us here.
Yeah, a Holy Grail is like
years later after we did it.
There's a thing you want, but a white whale is something that's like almost torturing you because you want.
You've been chasing it, but it escapes
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah, like Ishmael.
Like you want to have sex with a whale.
Games we most want to have sex with. Next topic.
It's got that Moby Dick energy, you know. Anyway,
moving on. So Sayonara Wild Hearts and Lorelei and the Laser Eyes are both getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions.
I really want to try a Lorelei. It's like a horror game, but
it's kind of like a survival horror thing with puzzles. I heard it was good. I played through Sayonara Wild Hearts. It's only a couple hours long, but it's a really cool like rhythm. You know, like it's kind of like a rhythm. It's like playing an interactive music video. Is basically what I would say.
Right.
Because you're like on like a. Wait, no, I'm thinking of Hyper Light Drifter. I was thinking of like you were on like a motorcycle.
I mean, there is stuff with a motorcycle. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like an interactive music video is what it feels like, and it's beautiful and stuff happens and you feel ways about things and you know I thought it was cool, but it's very short, you know. But it was cool. It was a fun game to play, for a night. I beat it in one sitting.
Both of those are coming in early 2026. Let's see. Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows we mentioned, but we didn't say the date. It's December 2nd, and it's coming out for $60, and it's going to have cross progression, so you can play it on different platforms if you want to. That's kind of cool.
It's with Ubisoft account. You have to to sign into your Ubisoft account to do it specifically, is what it says on here. One thing
this is one I found. What?
Oh, I just want to say one thing I want to mention before we forgot is there was a big Resident Evil drop. There was a Resident Evil stream, Resident Evil Requiem, Reninquiem, whatever you want to call it, that happened right before we started recording. And we talked before about the rumor that Resident Evil was going to be cheaper on Switch 2. Not true. It's going to be $70, just like everything. But there is going to be, they showed like a trilogy pack edition or whatever that's got all three of them in there and game cards galore.
I don't think they did.
No, they did.
It's like $789.
No, they did. I put it on the Slack.
For all three of them, what was the trilogy pack price?
There is no price.
There's no price.
They didn't say a price.
They just showed it in like a trilogy, but like if you bought any Indiana Jones shit from the mall or whatever, it's in like a little cardboard case to hold all three of them. That's what it had. But yeah, I want to know what the price is, because if one of them is $70, it's like,
Right.
Because I would be willing to get all three of them if it was a decent
yeah.
price. But
Give me
with-
$10 off of each of them, whatever that.
with like
out
9 being 70, it's kind of like, I mean, Village and like by the regular like Resident Evil, like those games are old. Like these games should be like, I don't know, they should be like $40 maybe at the most. I don't know. I think that's what they were on cloud, like the cloud version. And I want my shit to carry over from the cloud version for Village, because I unlocked some stuff on there. But yeah, all it says is, it says Resident Evil Generation Pack, and it just shows a picture of it. It shows the 3 physical copies. They all say game key card on them, and it has like this, this book looking case for it that says Generation Pack. So, but they also announced a Switch 2 controller, which basically, I think it looks
It's a Pro controller with some RE logos on it.
It almost looks transparent, but it's not.
It basically looks like the Switch 1 Pro controller is what I thought, with the transparency, but it's not actually transparent, is what you're saying?
Yeah. It looks like it is, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't like the way it looks at all. I don't.
It's
think
transparent, but I didn't see a chainsaw in there anywhere, and that's a problem for me.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't know. I don't want it. But
what happened to the inventive days of the GameCube controller, where it was a chainsaw? Come on, do something cool like that. This is they just painted some logos on a Pro controller.
Yeah, considered one of the worst controllers of all time, the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller. I mean, yeah, it looked cool, but it was terrible to play with. From what I heard, it was played like shit, but it looked
playing with it was
neat,
not the point.
It's like those old. It's like those slime controllers for Dragon Quest.
Yeah,
where it's like the giant slime, and you hold the bottom of it, and it's that thing's incredibly uncomfortable too. But it's kind of.
But haven't they made like multiple versions of that?
Yeah, there's a few of them. I know. I think there's a Switch one. I mean, I've seen the Switch one. I just was like, why? I don't want to play with that. It looks so stupid. Oh, and also an amiibo. We're doing it's probably going to be a $40 amiibo, right? Because that's what the other Capcom ones have been, or at least the Street Fighter ones.
But it's the first Resident Evil amiibo. Come on, Dre.
Yeah, right. The first.
You have to get it.
It's the first adult. Well, I guess we had the Sun Worshipper amiibo, right? Yeah. For whatever, but yeah.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, for Dark Souls.
And that, I don't know, the Shovel Knight one's a little provocative.
He's just holding the shovel.
I mean,
holding over his wiener.
Yeah, we all knew the shovel was really was his wiener the whole time.
But there is going to be a Resident Evil Direct happening next year. Also announced, probably in February. I don't remember the exact time, but maybe that will be where they unveil the Resident Evil remakes coming to Switch 2. But just the fact that they're doing like their own like specific controller and amiibo means that Capcom's got a lot of faith in the Switch 2 version of Resident Evil Requiem. So that's good just to hear, I think. And I'm excited.
Speaking of horror games, there's a game called Incantation that was announced. It's coming for Switch 2 and Switch 1 in the first quarter of next year. It's a first-person horror adventure. I'd not heard of this game before, but it looks pretty cool. It's coming out with a physical edition, all kinds of goodies and stuff. Here's the premise. So it says, immerse yourself in the chilling tale of the Chen family village, where a mother searching for her missing daughter accidentally stumbles on a haunted place filled with mysterious cults. Guide Jia Jun Lee as she searches the village and pieces together fragile clues to her loved one's whereabouts. Yeah, there's more information on here, but I'm in for a creepy story like that, and the visuals on the packaging and everything. I don't know. It looks like it's a well put together game. So, more horror stuff. Cool.
Speaking of horror stuff, Chronos is on sale now for $50 for anybody who's waiting for that to be on sale.
What's Chronos? I forget.
It was the survival horror. Their third-person game that came out for Switch. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. I always kind of wanted to play it. I want it to be lower than $50, but it's got a $10 off price discount right now, and also WWE 2K25 is $50, also marked down from $70. So for anybody who's waiting for that to go down, that's the cheapest it's been so far. I was tempted, but I got other stuff to get, and also I'd have to clear like 80 gigs on my Switch 2 to download it, which is a lot. I know I think it still holds the title of the biggest game on Switch, but you get full game share, which is pretty awesome. And I think our friend Shake has put like 1,000 hours into that game. He plays it like every day, so it's it's getting a lot out of it.
We got a release date for Mouse PI for Hire. This game looks really cool. We've talked about it a couple times on the show. It's a first-person shooter that's styled like 1930s rubber hose cartoons, not unlike Cuphead.
Yeah, it's kind of
actually
a first-person Cuphead. It kind of looks like
pretty much, but it seems like Cuphead. I always admired the visuals, and I think the game is good and everything, but the genre was never anything that appealed to me, like running gun shooters. This is not my, the hair pulling kind of difficulty, all that kind of stuff. I spent Cuphead wishing that it was like in a genre that I like better.
That's why
a genre that I like better.
That's why I didn't get Cuphead, because I was like, this game doesn't look fun to me. It looks beautiful, but I don't want to play that game. It's just not my. It's just not
it's
the
tough.
type, and it's really tough, and you got to put a lot of time into it too. And it's just not my. I'm more interested in something like this because I love first-person shooters. So
yeah. I mean, to not Cuphead. I mean, I think the visuals and stuff of it are worth playing, and I've put 15 hours or so into that, and I had a good time with it. But this one I'm looking forward to because it's it's like black and white, it's, Steamboat Willie kind of look to it, and I think they're pulling it off for the most part. It's a tough challenge. They came out with a behind-the-scenes documentary this week. It's about 17 minutes, so it's a good bit of footage and insight into this game.
Is it published by is it the publisher that put out the documentary, or is it
IGN?
IGN, okay.
Yeah, I think IGN is kind of doing, like, in addition to like journalistic inquiries and whatever, I think they're kind of doing some of these produced videos for different games. I saw another. I could be wrong. I don't know. I feel like there's some wing of IGN that's kind of doing stuff like this now too. Just not necessarily a review or like a journalistic inquiry or whatever. It's just kind of showing off these guys and helping them to promote the game a little bit too. So that's kind of the way it comes off to me. But it was interesting to see their studio, their perspective on the game, and how it came about. It made me more interested in the game. They're talking about some of the challenges, and one challenge being that they're translating 2D cartoons into a first-person shooter, which is a 3D space, obviously, and yet Doom did the same thing back in the day, sort of, right? Where like there's flat sprites, and say you're moving around the flat sprite, and now you have to animate for basically, as they say, 8 different angles, in front, behind, but also like quarter angles and that kind of thing. And you could kind of with Doom, because the whole thing was pixelated, like it did all look of a piece. But there's the characters are hand animated, but the actual environments are 3D, and so they have to do some trickery to make the environments look more 2D than they actually are. I think they're mostly succeeding. There's some parts where I'm like, yeah, this is like flat cutouts walking through a 3D space.
Yeah, that would be the hard thing, right? Yeah, if you're trying to do like an animated thing, it's going to look, especially with the 3D background, it's going to look weird because it's going to look flat, like on top of the 3D stuff. But
I think they're nailing the whole thing of like the 1930s where everything is moving and bouncing a little bit. And yeah, it's got a lot of charm to it. One thing that they noted that they seem to be proud of was the audio. They paid attention to making it sound like it's from the 1930s, but you can also, they have different filters. So if you want to make it sound more modern and clean, you can do that if you want to. But me, I'm going to dial up that scratchiness because I want it to sound like it's from the 1930s, obviously.
Like it's playing off a record.
Mm-hmm. They introduced some mini games which they hadn't shown in other footage before. Like there's a little pinball baseball game. Like if you remember simple early pinball games, how they would just like you'd pull back the
Oh yeah,
plunger.
I remember when pinball first came out.
You were there. You remember?
Yeah.
I mean, in my day, we didn't have flippers yet. You know, it was just the original pinball.
I didn't realize I was talking to the OG.
You just
pinball
pulled it and
people
it
here.
just went.
I feel so foolish. Yeah.
I did actually. I bought like some pinball, like whatever. It was like an old school pinball collection for my stepdad because my stepdad's like super into pinball or whatever, and it had a bunch of those games without the flippers in it, and that was like the first time I ever saw them. Because there was this whole thing about like whether it was gambling or not, you know, because it was like supposedly illegal because it was like the pachinko machines, but they added the flippers later, and then everything was more legit. I watched it. There was a documentary that was on Netflix a while back that I watched like years ago about it. That was cool.
So, well, for Mouse, they finally released a release date. They released a release date. Yep.
The first game that I know of for 2016 March
19th.
It's actually not a February game because February is the next heavy hitter. The sequel to October is February 2026. So because we got like what was it? We got Resident Evil and like the Mario Tennis game and Virtual Boy and Yakuza and like all this other shit like coming out in February. So
Then we'll be at a year of Switch before we know it.
and Dragon Quest 7 too. Like it's like everything is coming out in February. So it's nice to see something not coming out in a different month.
Not coming out in any month at the moment is Elden Ring Tarnished Edition.
Delayed to next year, which not really surprised because not a whole lot of love for that for the Switch 2 version. I'm sure they'll fix it. And yeah, we never really got a release date for it. It was just kind of like
Nope.
It was there a little bit, and
Just
there
a
was
bad demo.
Yeah, some
people
demos
talked
out
about.
that people didn't really like, and that was about it. So, got to save your Elden Ringing for next. Wouldn't it be fun? I mean, is it like Elden Ring and Duskbloods like come out at the same time? Because isn't Duskblood supposed to come out next year? Like they're the From Software exclusive.
They've never put any kind of date on it, but yeah, they did say 2026.
Yeah, so it'd be funny if they kind of come out at the same time.
I'm curious if they're not just going to put like, because they're already saying they're going to put like the Shadow of the Erd Tree stuff, which was like the DLC. So I'm wondering if they're going to just throw in the I already forget what the new the multiplayer game is, but
Night Rain.
Yeah, Night Rain. People liked that. I wonder if they'll just throw that in there too.
I mean, that's like a whole game though. That's not like DLC. It's a completely
But it's based off
separate
the same map.
thing. Yeah, I don't know. I would think they'd want to
It's like a remix game.
sell that separately, but I don't know.
It's like Side Order, but for Elden Ring.
Sure. I mean, but it was sold as its own like different game for
It was, I guess.
$70 or whatever.
How about this? You're a vinyl person, Trey. Are you going to get The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild soundtrack on vinyl?
I don't know. Definitely not the $200 8-disc one.
Yeah, there's two versions. One is 8 discs for $195. The other one is 2 discs for $50.
I mean, within the 8-disc one, does that just have like all the grunts of all the monsters in there? Because Breath of the Wild didn't. I mean, it has a soundtrack, but
It actually comes with a
not as
special
much as
record
the
player
other
that
rec-
will
ones.
actively switch out the tracks as you play, depending on what's happening.
Super nice. Cool.
yeah, no, I'm not going to get that either version of it. But I
think it's really cool.
I thought it was interesting that Nintendo announced it and that it's like a Nintendo made thing because Nintendo doesn't do vinyls and they haven't really before at all. Specifically, they release CDs, because CDs are still cool in Japan. So they've never done there are like Nintendo vinyls, but not made by Nintendo, like not specifically published by Nintendo. So I find that interesting that this one actually
They're
exists
branching out.
straight from the company. So.
And not that I would ever consider getting the 8 LP set, but it does look cool. Like they're putting care into it. Like the sleeve or whatever that you store it in. Yep. And the stuff that comes with it. It's a nice design and they're putting some care into it. So maybe this shows a new Nintendo going for, I think, not to go too far off topic, but they're showing again and again that they're willing to try new things and put their IP out there in different formats. And this is their first step into records. So cool.
I think it's fair to note that Breath of the Wild was renowned for its like physics-based gameplay, and
Mhm.
you don't get anything more physics-based as far as audio goes than a vinyl. That's physical data turned into audio data.
You watch it right there. You watch it playing. Or it's the needle, playing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those old. It's like the old reel-to-reel recorders. So you can watch. That's what I would tell people. It's like you're watching it record right there. You watch it go over the record head. It's cool. It's a cool thing to experience. I'm glad I was able to use one of those. Back in my time, our audio recorders were quarter-inch tape.
You never used a steel wire recorder though, which was the one that was before the tape recorder.
Yeah, but fuck those. Those aren't as cool. I love the old Nagra. I love the old Nagra 4 and the old STC. I love those things. I always wanted to get one.
Had, like a spy edition that came out where you like stored the wire spool like in a separate pocket while it like used a watch with a microphone.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't. You couldn't have a spy version of the Nagra because it was gigantic. But I just loved how cool it looked. I always kind of wanted to get one.
Also, supposedly during like at the end of World War II, before Germany surrendered or whatever, Hitler blew his brains out. Like he was like giving speeches. They thought from places where he shouldn't have been, and it was because they had like the highest quality reel-to-reel recorder like at the time, and the Allies kind of found it after Hitler killed himself. They were like, oh, he was using this really nice reel-to-reel tape machine to like sound like he was giving his speeches from other places.
So it was like playing after he was dead? Like they were playing
well,
his
it was
speech
playing
off,
like
off the reel
after
to
he
reel?
recorded it, but like at the time, people still only thought that all recordings on the radio were live. Well, they thought all like people talking on the radio was live. Like it wasn't coming from like a record. So like whenever someone spoke on the radio, it was live at the time. Like people weren't able to record it. So I guess in Nazi Germany, they figured out how to record it, and they used that to kind of throw people off of his trail. Like he was giving a speech from on the radio where he was supposedly at this one radio station somewhere in Germany, but in actuality, it was a recording. And at the time, there weren't that high quality of recordings played over the radio that people had heard, other than records.
And if you want to know all about it in specific historical detail, get the Zombie Army trilogy. It's on sale for $5 right now. It will tell you the facts of World War II. Trust me, Hitler didn't die. He started a zombie army, and he turned himself into a zombie. It's all there.
It's all on sale for
historically fact. No, those games are really fun, and they're on sale. I did a review of Zombie Army 4, and I'd reviewed it very highly back when I did reviews. That one's for $10, but you can get the Zombie Army trilogy for $5.24 for the next 6 days. I have both.
Speaking of living nightmares, the White House releases an AI image of Trump as Master Chief saluting in front of an American flag with a big mistake. This flag only has 40 stars on it. Basically what happened was GameStop.
All the blue states are on.
Well, those are the only states that he likes. He's already talked many about how like whoever wins the World Series is not really a winner because they're all from like liberal states, right? Because they're like California. I mean, he's a fucking moron.
Yeah. Well, he tweeted this, or somebody at the White House tweeted this because, okay, so Halo was announced for PlayStation 5, right? And then GameStop put out a cheeky, declaration that the console wars are over because PlayStation's on or Xbox or vice versa. Xbox is on PlayStation.
Has Halo.
PlayStation has Halo. Then, for whatever reason, the White House tweeted out this image of Trump as Master Chief. Like, I don't know. Where are we right now? What's happening?
We're in hell. And the government's still shut down, by the way. Right? Hooray.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's a really stupid picture.
From a stupid man.
I mean, at least he's not shitting all over the country from a plane.
That's so last week.
It's really hard to top that one or to bottom that one. I don't know.
Something like that.
Hopefully someday we'll be able to return to norms, but let's look back to a better time. 25 years ago, PS2 came out. That's the anniversary this week.
Oh my God, I'm old.
That's from the other people. That's
I
from
was
the
at
ones
college.
we don't like. I think. I mean, well, John, you owned a broken PS2, right? You never had a.
I
you
still got a
never had
broken
working one. Yeah.
Never had a working one.
Yeah, 25 years from the PlayStation 2. I didn't get mine until way later, but it was the first non-Nintendo thing that I bought.
My first memory of the PS2 was in my art class. I was talking to my friend whose dad worked for Hewlett Packard, was an executive at
Sure he
HP. And he said he got one because his dad got it as a door prize for going to like a party. And I was like,
Wow.
it's like the hot new console, and his, suit and tie dad got it just for showing up at a party. So major jealousy at that moment.
They were just handing them out back then.
It was literally a door prize.
They were just playing Fight Night 3 or whatever it was.
We had Fight Night 3 on GameCube. That was the one with Little Mac in it, right? Well, one of the Fight Nights had Little Mac in it.
Yeah.
And you could play all of Super Punch-Out on there too. Yeah, I bought my PlayStation 2 way after the fact, but there was like plenty of great games that I loved on there. Metal Gear Solid 3 and what was the other one? I played the Punisher game, but that was one of the first ones I got. But what was the Eco sequel that was on there? Something of something.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah, I played that game on there too. And
I mean, let's not forget Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Yep.
Actually, that was the main reason that I got the PlayStation 2 was because Guitar Hero was only on there, and also like Metal Gear Solid, like in various other games. But that
Katamari.
but it was the big one. Yeah, Katamari also.
I remember having a great time
Basically
playing
any
Katamari
good
at your
RPG
house.
for a while.
The what?
I just said basically any good like RPG for quite a while was only on PlayStation 2.
RPG. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember coming over to your house, Trey, me and Otis, and then you showed us. You said, "Oh, remember that game that who was it that reviewed it? Was it Bozon or somebody that Bozon really liked?" And I got it, and so you put it on, and that was it. Me and Otis were totally hooked on that game. And he went and bought it, like I think the next day.
Was it Guitar Hero?
No, Katamari.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember how exactly I came to Katamari. I think I might have even saw it on like X-Play back in the day of like G4 and all that stuff. But yeah, it was cool. It's a cool game. There's a sequel out now on Switch, years later. Different developer, but whatever.
Happy birthday, PS2. Release date was October 26th of 2000.
Yeah, it won the console war because it had a DVD player on it. That was a big fucking reason that it won. And it proved Nintendo was probably following in the PlayStation's footsteps because it proved that you didn't have to be the most powerful system to sell the most of them. Because PS2 was the weakest of the three of them, and it still outdid everything. So, and I think the DVD player really helped also. That it doubled as a
the
DVD
fact that it
player.
was cheaper than a standalone DVD player, and it was
and you could play
PlayStation.
games too. Yeah.
It was like a no-brainer.
And Sony produces films. So their catalog was huge.
That's true. Yep. And let's end on this one. Some happy news.
One last thing.
Nintendo announces a Mario balloon for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Wow. When was the last time you watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Anybody remember seeing it?
I think it was when Barney died, like in 1997. It just came up on my YouTube.
Wait, Barney's dead? The dinosaur?
Barney the dinosaur.
The float. There's like Barney goes rogue kind of.
Yeah,
Barney's
it
a
was a
fictional character. He lives forever in the hearts of
The-
all of us.
The
There was a
balloon
windy
came
day.
loose, kind of. Yeah.
And the balloon blew into a street light and got pierced and came down, and it was tragic.
I mean, but did you actually watch it, or did you see
No, I
somebody
did.
talking
Yeah, I
about
watched
it
it.
happening?
No, I watched that, which I think was honestly the last time that I watched a Thanksgiving.
But you
Day
watched
Parade.
it
I was
like
15.
But you watched it like live? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching it. I used to go to my dad's house for Thanksgiving, and I remember watching it on TV once, but I don't remember when that was. Like, I think I was excited that there was a Spider-Man balloon, but this was before the Spider-Man movies. Like, this was like 90s Spider-Man cartoon, Fox, whatever shit. So
Yeah.
that's probably the last time I actually saw Macy's Day. I didn't even know they were doing it anymore.
And this is the first Mario balloon. I could have sworn there was another one, but according to this, release from Nintendo. This is the first time Mario's been in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. Of course, there was also Sonic.
He had a really big mushroom.
Yeah, yeah, good point. Yeah,
The big one from New Super Mario Brothers, the Mega Mushroom, got him up there.
Combined with the inflatable one from Super Mario World.
Yeah, the floaty one. You can float around now.
and they do have him in the Galaxy flying pose, so they're really pushing Galaxy.
Yep. I did get a laugh out of my nephew while we were playing. He was playing Mario Galaxy 2. He's like, he beat like one of the bosses, and he's like, and that's the only time that you saw him in any Mario game. It was just that one time, that one boss. And I was like, yeah, and they're bringing him back for the movie, and he's going to be played by Timothy Chalamet. And I got a big laugh out of that. So there you go. And it's going to happen. Just wait.
Should have said skibbity toilet.
No, I don't want to steer into things I don't understand.
Let's steer out of this show.
Wasn't that a joke from Team Fortress or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't look into it enough.
I'm at an age where I can look at things that I don't recognize, and I can say I'm okay with not recognizing that, and move on with my life.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, that's this episode. Thanks everybody for listening for episode 495. But you know what else is super cool? Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast. For only $1, you can listen to the Jeremy and Shauna honeymoon episode. It is out there now. It is 3 hours long.
It's a good one. I listened to all of it.
It's great. And you should also watch your YouTube video that's out there about you guys going to the Grand Canyon. I watched that. I wanted to comment on it, and I still will.
Yeah, Shauna put a lot of time.
But Shauna put together a video of the first day of your Grand Canyon adventure. So you can find that as well. But and also there's a preview. You can watch a preview on YouTube of the Patreon episode. Also, it's out there. But yeah, for only $1, you can listen to the whole thing. And I thought it came together pretty well once I was able to edit the rest of it after my computer broke. But yeah, there's that out there. Twitch.tv/NintenDomain podcast, YouTube.com/NintenDomain podcast, and NintenDomain, Trey Johnson, Jared Domain on Blue Sky, all that stuff. You can find us around. Just look for the name of the show, and it will be there. And so will us for 2.5-hour episodes or whatever. But yeah, we've been your host. I'm Trey Johnson.
Jeremy Kowski.
John Hitter.
And thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Finish you next time. Mortal Kombat is not out yet. I'm very upset. I checked.
Don't finish yet.
I'm hoping
Don't
for midnight.
finish yet. Don't finish yet.
Yeah, it might not be till 2 a.m. Boo. But there's other things to be done, like wrestling and whatever.
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Luigi.
There's that game. I'll play
Good
it
night,
someday.
friends. Love you.
Good night.
Say something cheerful before all the murder, you know?
Play your new games.
I mean, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 is out now also, so I can play that.
You play the Fire Emblem game. John, play Balloon Play. Bye.